Stop mistreating Uncle Lou! Come on, man! How's everybody doing? Yep. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday! Welcome to Uncle Lou After Dark NBA Playoff Edition. I've been telling you five-star dummies for a while. The NBA regular season is dog shit. You're right. Load management, players sitting out, no defense, never-ending three-point competition for 4 quarters. Yes, you're right. That ain't the playoffs, though. NBA playoffs is like we remember from back in the 90s. The NBA playoffs is good basketball. So nobody wants to call into the call-in shows anymore for whatever reason. So the NBA playoffs are starting just in the nick of time. We'll go back to the call-in shows here and there over the next few weeks or whatever. But as long as there's NBA playoffs on, might as well watch that. How's everybody doing? We already did a chat poll. Try showing up on time next time. Bud, you missed out, my guy. You missed out. The Heat and the Hornets. Heat on the road to take on Charlotte. The comment section poll tonight, over or under 228 points. The comment section says, take the over. They always say that. So we took the over. So we've got over 228. I also have a bet on the first half. I've got the home team, the Hornets, -3 in the first half. I've got an entire encyclopedia full of baseball bets today that are absolutely ridiculous. Let's just run down the list here. I've got a lot of issues. First of all, I'm up $51 for the week, so that's good. The week started yesterday, Monday, up $51. Great. First bet today, Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. And they were winning 3-1. I got that game on over here, the Phillies and the Cubs. Basketball game getting ready to start here in the middle. Phillies were winning 3-1, 3-2 now. Phillies leading 3-2. Bottom of the third, Phillies up to bat. So far, so good in that game. We've got the Atlanta Braves on the money line to win. I bet the Braves yesterday, and they lost. So I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down on the Bravos to get it done today at home against the Marlins. I've got the Milwaukee Brewers to score over 3.5 runs. And I've got everybody's favorite team, the New York Yankees, to win the first 5 innings. There you go. That's our bets for today. We can make more later, depending on how much we win or lose here with these early games. How's everybody doing? The Heat doesn't have a defense, but a fantastic offense, and the Hornets have an excellent offense, too. I don't know anything about the NBA. I just like watching the NBA play out. I can't name one player on either of these teams. I'm going to take your word on all that there. I'm going to take your word. Anybody that knows anything about basketball knows more than I do. Knows more than I do. I found another dumbest person I've ever seen on Twitter today. This one says Ryan Day is not a top 10 college football coach and that he would rather have Billy Napier than Ryan Day. An absolute retard of the highest order over on Twitter today. I swear, just when you think you can't find anybody dumber on Twitter, every day it's something dumb. It's unbelievable over there. Far be it from me to come to the defense of the Ohio State man, but holy shit. Even if you're a Michigan fan, don't you have to admit that Ryan Day... Look, it's not like he was saying Ryan Day is not the best coach in college football. Okay, you can argue that, him, Signetti, Kurt, whatever. But to say that Ryan Day is not a top 10 coach, you got to be on some strong drugs. Ryan Day's got the highest winning percentage in the history of college football for anybody that's coached more than 2 years. I think Signetti actually has a higher winning percentage than Ryan Day, but Signetti, of course, has only been 2 years. But anybody that's coached over 2 years, Ryan Day's got the highest winning percentage of all time. National titles, never lost more than 2 regular seasons. I don't understand. I don't get it. The retard level of people over there on Twitter is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling to me. And then said he'd rather have Billy Napier. So I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. Twitter is a clown show 24/7, says Roger. Yes, it is. And every time I talk about stupid people on Twitter, not you, Roger, but somebody will show up in the comments and say, well, you shouldn't go over there. It's nothing but stupid people. Hey, bud, that's why I go. I'm not complaining. That's why I go over there. I mean, goddamn, why do you go to a comedy show? That's like going to a comedy show and saying, man, I just went to that comedy show and I laughed for an hour and a half. Fuck. And then somebody going, well, don't go back then. No, that's why I went, dude. I wanted to laugh. That's why I go there. Tell me not to go back. Well, don't go on Twitter then. Yeah, yes. No, what do you mean don't go on Twitter? It's a never-ending source of entertainment. What's the matter with you? Come on, man. All right, the game still has not started, although I've been assured that it will start momentarily, which of course is good news. I think this Phillies game is the only baseball game that's on that I bet on. Let's see. Phillies up 3-2. I've got Phillies to win, so we're looking good there. Did I bet on any of these other games? Uh-oh, the Yankees are losing. That's not good. The Yankees are losing 3-0 in the second inning. I've got the Yankees to win the first 5, so that's not good. The Braves are also doing Brave shit again. They're losing 1-0 in the second inning. Boy, baseball might not be it today. Gonna have to double down on one of these other pointless games here. Can the Brew Crew pull it out against the Blue Jays? I happen to think that they can. I'm fixing to do something stupid with this Milwaukee game. How about that? Major League Baseball. Milwaukee Brewers. Money line -117. We need a pay-lose situation on the Brewers, and we need it immediately. All right, got a bet in on the Brewers to win, too. I've got another bet on the Brewers to score over 3.5 runs. Now I've got a bet on the Brewers to win the game. They're playing the Blue Jays. The Yankees and the Braves are letting me down. Very disappointing start to the gambling day here. Lou needs those stupid people on Twitter. Georgia Tech is a baseball skew. Number 2 in the country. Where'd you get that Masters hat, Lou? From the Masters! The only place you can get them, bud. I mean, you can buy them secondhand, I guess, off of eBay or something, but yeah, I got it from the Masters last week. Where is it? Which side is it on? Is it on this side? 2026, bud. 2026, bud. Shout out to me. Lou, you mad the Masters hat looked trashy? What? Are you mad that you can't type in is English a second language for you, bud? Give me a woe tide woo. No. I can give you one of these, maybe. I can give you a whoa, Todd. Yeah, I can give you a whoa, Todd. Here you go.
Whoa, Todd, woo!
I speak American. Yeah, but poorly, though. That's what I'm saying. Is it a second language for you, bud? G5 Johnny would be lucky to make a bowl game this year. I don't know. Florida's got some talent, so if Summerall's a good coach, I think Florida could get 7 or 8 wins. Psycho Summerall. I down so bad I'm betting on college baseball. Dylan, you're not allowed to give any betting comments. You came in here last week with some dumb shit. It lost. You came in here the other day, and I told you you're not allowed to put any more betting advice in the comment section. You did it anyway. You said whatever you said, Vegas Golden Knights, blah blah blah. Check the next day, they lost too. But so we've had enough of your gambling advice. You're cut off. Lou take the Blazers over the Suns tonight. We haven't bet on that game yet. We'll bet on that one when it gets closer to time. That game doesn't come on until I think 10 or 10:30. But the basketball game is about to start here. Got it on in the middle. Over here on the right, I've got the Cubs and the Phillies on. I've got the Phillies to beat the Cubs, and they're up 3-2 right now. Notre Dame is such a joke. Well, their team is really good. Their fans, have embarrassed themselves for 4. Their fans are still crying on Twitter 4 months later, almost 5 months later now, about the playoffs. So, yeah, their fans are a joke. Notre Dame's football team is going to be really good. Yeah. Lou, how sad does it make you that you were never as athletic as you wanted to be? It doesn't make me sad at all, really, anymore. I figured out, by 8th or 9th grade that high school was as far as I was going to go. So I've had plenty of time to learn to live with that, bud. All right, game underway, and the Hornets score first. They're up 2-0. First minute of the game. I guess this isn't technically the playoffs. They call it the play-in tournament, sort of like a wild card type of situation. The Heat answers with a runner in the lane to tie things up at 2. 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Long 3 for Charlotte. No good. Rims out. Miami with the rebound. Matt Dummett, nah, I fractured my back while I had a seizure. You, what? Fractured your back? That sounds terrible. Did you stick a wallet in your mouth when you were having that seizure so you didn't chew your tongue off? LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. Going to be on fire tonight. Does he play for the Hornets? I do know that name. I know that name. Isn't he the one with the crazy dad? I wish somebody did because my tongue damn near bit it off. Yeah, you can bite your tongue off having a seizure. A lot of people on Twitter, I don't think, have tongues for that very reason. The Heat drains a 3, 5-2. They have an early lead here on the road in Charlotte in the first of 2 play-in games today. I guess it's called play-in game. Hornets with the ball into the lane, knocked away but gets it back. Misses the jumper for no reason. Charlotte grabs the rebound but immediately turns it over. Heat back with the ball now, up 3. Philly is still up 3-2 over the Cubs, so we're looking good there. Rejected, the Heat was in the lane. Good defense from the Hornets that time. Looking to run, off the glass and in, 5-4, 1-point game. I just enjoy listening to some conversation, even though sometimes 5-star dummies call in. Still entertaining, though. Yeah, the problem is nobody's calling in the last couple of weeks. We've only had a couple of phone calls on each of the shows the last couple of weeks, so probably going to give it a break and just stream the NBA playoffs. A kid I know here in Nashville committed to Dion this afternoon, 2027 class. Will Dion be the coach by the time he arrives? Maybe. Maybe. I think Colorado is going to be terrible this year. They could go 2-10. They're going to be absolutely abysmal. And they've got one of the tougher schedules in the Big 12. Give me the number, I'll call it. No, you won't. There's a 0% chance you can put words together in a sentence to hold a conversation in real time. There's a 0% chance you can do that. You're struggling to type in a legible fashion, bud. And when you type, you get 5 minutes to sit there and think about whatever dumb shit is you want to type. On the phone, it happens in real time, bud. You wouldn't stand a chance, my guy. You would not stand a chance. You're not the first one to come in here and pretend they're going to call in, talk a lot of shit, and then realize they don't have the fucking stones to do it. Charlotte drains a 3, takes the lead 10-9, 8:50 to go in the first quarter of this one. Hey Lou, do you make videos covering position rankings? No. Boo Carter will pad stats while his mama drools over Dion and they barely make a bowl game. I don't even think they're making a bowl game. Are you the same idiot on Twitter? That's the idiot on Twitter. Holy shit. God damn. Hey, man, you're one of the dumbest human beings I've ever interacted with, dude. He also said, another thing he said on Twitter was, if a head coach doesn't call his own plays, what's he good for? This guy, Kyle, whatever the fuck, 7150. That's the idiot on Twitter that said Billy Napier's better than Ryan Day.
Five-star dummy.
No. The overwhelming majority of head coaches do not call their own plays. You're just mentally retarded and don't know anything at all. There you go. You got 2 minutes to call in. 2 minutes. You begged for it. 2 minutes. I love when fans act like they know what goes on within the teams. You're an Uncle Lou fan, bud. You're an Uncle Lou fan. You thought Nick Saban called offensive plays in the national championship game after Lane Kiffin left, buddy. You thought Nick Saban called the offensive plays in the national title game the year that Lane Kiffin left during the playoffs. That's how dumb you are. That's how dumb you are. You got 1 minute to call in, Kyle. Prove me wrong, Kyle. Prove me wrong. I said you didn't have the stones to call in after you begged me to post the number. There's the link. All you got to do is click it. We've got lots of retards call into this show. So the fact that you're a retard is no excuse. All you got to do is click the link, bud. All you got to do is click the link, bud. It's right there in the chat. You got 1 minute to call in. You begged for the number so you could call in. There it is. I told you you're not going to do it. I gave you 2 minutes. 1 minute is gone. Another minute's going to go by. You're still not going to call in. And then you're going to lose your Uncle Lou privileges for being a giant pussy. The Heat for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Hornets. They're down 3, 13-10, just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter of this one. This is the first of 2 play-in games tonight for the NBA playoffs. Hornets off the glass. No good. But it's going to be out of bounds off the Heat, so Charlotte will keep the ball. Philly's still up 3-2. Bottom of the 4th inning, they got a runner on first. Is Kyle on spring break or what? I have no idea. What's up, retard? Tell me the 10 coaches that are better than Ryan Day.
Hey, buddy. I just want to say the reason I don't think. I'll just start with the reason I don't.
No,
think
I'm
Ryan
not
Day
interested in
is
that. I want to know the 10 coaches. I want to know the 10 coaches that are better than Ryan Day.
This is my show.
No, it's not your show. See? That's proof that it's not your show. I can click a button and mute you. I'm going to unmute you, and I want to know the 10 head coaches in college football that are better than Ryan Day. According to you, Ryan Day is not a top 10 coach, and Billy Napier is better than Ryan Day. So I know Billy Napier is one of your 10. What are the other 9 that are better than Ryan Day? Go.
I think you unmuted me. Good boy. It's not that I think Ryan Day is a bad coach.
I muted you again. You said Ryan Day is not a top 10 head coach. You said Billy Napier is better than Ryan Day. I want to know the other 9 head coaches that are better than Ryan Day. Go.
Lou, you know I was joking about the Billy Napier, but I would say I think if you put Ryan Day at Notre Dame, he doesn't do as well as Freeman is doing. So therefore, I would say Freeman is probably
Billy Napier, Marcus Freeman,
Freeman, Arizona State, LSU.
Those are schools.
I guess Ole Miss.
Those are schools, not coaches. Those are schools, not coaches.
Yeah, the coaches at those schools.
No, I need to know the names.
I don't know. I need to know the names.
You don't even know the names. You don't. Whoever the coach is at some random school that you don't know, that's who you think is better than Ryan Day.
I'm better with faces more than coaches, with names and stuff.
Buddy, you're the one that said that Ryan Day is not a top 10 head coach. So tell me who the top 10 head coaches are.
Yes, and I can explain why if you wanted me to, but you don't want to hear it.
I'm not interested in some lazy explanation. I want to know who the 10 coaches are.
You don't want to do it because you don't want to have a logical debate about football.
I want to know who the 10 coaches are that you said are better than Ryan Day.
I'm trying to tell you.
You've named 2, Marcus Freeman and Billy Napier.
I would say Signetti at Indiana.
Okay.
That's by far improving.
That's 3.
I would say Dan Lanning at Oregon.
Dan Lanning.
They're 1-1 against each other right now, but I think, with Dan Lanning being a lot younger and they're 1-1 against each other, dude.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Keep going.
Don't forget Ryan Day was born on third base.
Right.
Lane Kiffin, I would take Sark over him. Definitely Saban and Harbaugh, even though they're both gone. So you don't have to count them.
Have a great day. Have a great day. Saban and Harbaugh aren't even coaches in college football, buddy. Holy shit, you're mentally fucking retarded. Buddy, you lost the argument the minute you said Billy Napier was a better head coach than Ryan Day. I mean, there's just no coming back from that for you. Nick Saban. Who else? Bear Bryant. What? General Nealon. What are you doing? Urban Meyer. These people don't coach anymore, man. Hornets up to 15-13. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. We've got Hornets -3 first half and over 228. Heat drains another 3. They retake the lead 16-15. Lou, did my super chat go through? Let me see. I didn't even have them pulled up. Let me see. Yep, I appreciate that, Trace. Good to see you in here tonight, my man. He says, Kyle must be a South Carolina graduate. Lou, you also told me to remind you in the offseason to make a top 10 dumbest traditions in college football video. Is that what that says? Top 10 dumbest traditions? Yeah. Let me write that down. That's not a bad idea, actually. Where's my... I have a page somewhere with all my video. Here it is. This has all my video ideas on it. Let's write this down. Dumbest traditions. Number 1. Kyle being a retard. Number 2. Kyle telling us that Billy Napier is better than Ryan Day. Number 3. Kyle telling us that Nick Saban called offensive plays in the national championship game the year that Lane Kiffin left during the playoffs. Not the co-offensive coordinator, Steve Sarkisian. No, we all got tricked. We thought it was Steve Sarkisian that called the plays when Lane Kiffin left. No. It was defensive mastermind Nick Saban that called the offensive plays in that national championship game, according to Retard of the Week, Kyle. Hornets have gone on a little run to retake the lead, 22-18, just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is the first of 2 play-in games tonight for the NBA playoffs. Blazers and Suns up next. Phillies and Cubs on over here. Phillies up 3-2 over the Cubs. We've got the Phillies to win that one. Lou, do you think the head coach and offensive coordinator meet before the game to go over the plays they like? Yes, I do. I think head coaches are involved in game plans on both sides of the ball. I also know that offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators call plays during the game. I know for a fact Nick Saban did not call the plays in the national title game when Lane Kiffin left. It was Steve Sarkisian. Literally everybody knows that except you. There's a reason college football coaches employ offensive and defensive coordinators. And when you figure that reason out, it'll go a long way towards preventing some of the stupid shit you type in the comments section. But a head coach has a lot on his plate during a college football game, which is why he doles out the responsibility of calling plays to an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. You absolute retard. Am I a golf fan? No. I watch the Masters because I live in Augusta, but I don't know shit about golf. And I don't watch any other tournaments besides that one. What's up, Noah? Good to see you in here, buddy. Guy thinks Dan Lanning, a lifelong defensive coordinator, calls the offensive plays at Oregon during the game. What an absolute fucking moron. Now, there are a handful of offensive coordinators who have become head coaches and have tried to call their own plays, but you can count on one hand the number of times it's amounted to anything. Someone get Octavian in here. This guy Kyle could give Octavian a run for his money. On the stupid scale. Oregon is a blue blood. No, they're not. Skip Bayless is a filthy human piece of garbage. What? 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 You know, like, I don't listen to Skip Bayless, but what did he do where he's a piece of garbage? Do coordinators have the final say in plays for the week or the head coach? Both. But we're not talking about game planning during the week. We're talking about who calls the plays during the game. The offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator call the plays. You're an absolute fucking retard, dude. Look, you think Billy Napier's better than Ryan Day, and you think Nick Saban called offensive plays in the national championship game the year Lane Kiffin left for the playoffs, not Steve Sarkisian, who was the co-offensive coordinator. Somebody that's your amount of stupid just can't be helped. BA could practice drawing blood on Kyle. No, I'm not a Hawks. I'm not a basketball fan at all of any team. I just like the playoffs. It's just exciting to me. Hornets still with the 4-point lead. Heat's with the ball, and they turn it over. Couldn't hang on to the pass. Hornets are going to have possession here with 4:32 to go in the first quarter. They're up 4, 22-18. Philly's hanging on to a 3-2 lead. Top of the fifth inning, Cubs at bat. Do you think teams go into every game with the same playbook? No, I don't. What I think is that during a game, the offensive coordinator, if there is one, calls the plays, and the defensive coordinator, if there is one, calls the defensive plays. What I don't think is that Nick Saban called the offensive plays for Alabama during the national championship game the year that Lane Kiffin was the offensive coordinator, but left during the playoffs, and Steve Sarkisian, who was the co-offensive coordinator, took over as offensive coordinator. Steve Sarkisian called the plays during the game, not Nick Saban. Ryan Day used to call his own plays his first few years at Ohio State. Figured out he couldn't win anything, so guess what he did? He went and hired an offensive coordinator, and guess what happened? They won a national title the first year that he gave up play calling duties. The very first year Ryan Day gave up play calling duties, they won a national title with Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator. You're an absolute retard. Earlier on Twitter, this dumbass said that Brian Hartline is a better head coach than Ryan Day. Brian Hartline has 0 career wins. Zero. Guy got hired yesterday practically, and he's a better head coach than Ryan Day, according to retard in the comments section. Kyle is a perfect example of why I'll never get off Twitter. It's never-ending content. Being on Twitter is never-ending content. Shout out to Kyle.
Five-star dummy.
Can you show the picture of you as Jesus Christ that you posted? Yes, of course I can. There's nothing I can't do. I can take a break from humiliating Kyle and post that picture for you without a problem. Here you go, bud. Hornets up 8. Looking good. 4-3. Be good. Oh, bounced off the rim twice. No good. Rebound. Put back. No good. Fuck. Heat gets the ball. Kyle's top college football coaches today: Lou Holtz, Mark Richt, Bobby Cox, Greg Popovich. That's about right, Trace. That's about right. The Cubs have tied it up with the Phillies here in the 5th inning. 1 out, runners on first and second. Cubs still batting. Phillies were up 3-1. Cubs have come back to tie it. Thank you, Trace, for the super chat. By Insanity says, Kyle is a dumbass. I don't think you're going to get too much argument on that, bud. I don't think you're going to get too much argument or pushback on that, bud. I'm not sure Lustradamus could heal Slaw's brain. I don't think anybody could heal Slaw's brain, bud. The best thing you could do with Slaw's brain would be pour a little bit of gravy on it, heat it up. Mashed potatoes in there. My brain is probably mush because I actually played. That tracks. CTE could be an excuse here. You were a 1-year walk-on at a D3 school. Now, I'm not putting that down, but don't come to the comments section and act like you were some kind of All-American at Alabama. You were a 1-year walk-on at a D3 school who never saw the field. So unless you got hurt in practice, what were you, the tackling dummy? Has Dylan been in yet with any solid betting advice? Yes, and I told him not to post it. Hawaii is Division 1. Well, Meli Kalikimaka, motherfucker. Congratulations, I guess. Still take damage in practice, though. He clearly took a lot of it. Dude can't think straight. Charlotte for 3. No good again. Still up 4. 26-22. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. We've got Charlotte first half -3 and over 228. The Heat for 3. No good. Charlotte with the rebound. Under a minute to go now. 45 seconds and the clock is ticking. Hornets with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dribble, dribble, dribble into the lane. Kicks it out for a long 3. Blocked. And a turnover. Shot clock was running down. Couldn't get the shot off. 30 seconds to go. Heat with the ball down 4, 26-22. I don't think over 228 will get your bet, Lou. That was the comment section bet. They always bet it doesn't matter what the number is on over and under. The comment section, if I do an over-under bet, the comment section bets over 100% of the time. And if I do a spread bet, they take the favorite 100% of the time. Lou, you so dumb. Not dumb enough to think that Billy Napier is better than Ryan Day or that Nick Saban called offensive plays in the national championship game the year Lane Kiffin left before the playoffs or during the playoffs. Not that dumb. That's a level of dumb I can't even comprehend, to be honest with you there. I've done and said plenty of dumb shit. Saying that Billy Napier is better than Ryan Day is not on that list anywhere. Let's check some baseball scores here, shall we? We need the Phillies to win. They're tied with the Cubs, 3 apiece. Phillies coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. We need the Yankees to win, and they're losing 4-0, so scratch that off the list. Braves are losing 4-1. Where's the Brewers? Bottom of the 2nd for the Brewers, still no score. In that one, we've got the Brewers to win. We're giving away money today on all these bets we're making. They're all losers. Billy Napier is probably the worst coach in the last 50 years in at least the SEC, maybe ever. I don't know about that. I'd have to sit down and think about that and go over the list, but it is hard to be that bad at Florida, but he somehow figured out a way to do it. Sling Blade Billy was fired by Dabo. How bad is that? Yeah, Dabo hardly ever fires anybody. Saban did not call a play. No, there's not been a game ever where Nick Saban called offensive plays in the entirety of his career, ever. Steve Sarkisian was on the staff the year Lane Kiffin quit in the middle of the playoffs, and Steve Sarkisian called plays in the national title game. There's literally interviews you can find of Nick Saban saying, yes, Steve Sarkisian is going to call the plays in the national title game. This dumbass, I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm done with this dude. I don't believe you, Kyle. I don't believe you. Butch Jones had more wins at Tennessee than Sunbelt Billy ever won at Florida. Damn. I'm no Ohio State fan, and I wouldn't give a shit if Ryan Day lost every game he coached from now to the end of time. But Ryan Day has got the highest winning percentage in the history of college football by anybody that's ever coached 2 years or more. See, I told you weren't done, Kyle. I told you weren't done. You can't leave. You're addicted to Lou. Ryan Day has got the highest winning percentage of any coach that's ever coached more than 2 years in college football. The whole born on third base argument doesn't hold any water. There have been plenty of teams who are really good, won national titles, the coach left, and then another coach comes in, and they're not any good. I mean, what has Kalen DeBoer done at Bama? He inherited arguably the best program in all of college football when he took over at Bama. What has Kalen DeBoer done? Kalen DeBoer went to third base at Bama. Where's his trophies? He doesn't have any. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Urban Meyer had Florida at the top of the college football world. He left. What happened? Why didn't the next coach that came in that was born on third base, why didn't he continue to win at the same rate Urban Meyer was winning? Because he wasn't anywhere near as good of a head coach. That's why. Ryan Day is an elite level head coach. He recruits in the top 5 every single year. He portals in almost any player he wants. He hadn't lost more than 2 games in a regular season in the entirety of his career. He's averaging 12 wins a year. Highest winning percentage of any coach in college football history. The idea that Ryan Day is not a top 10 head coach is without a doubt the single dumbest thing I will hear anywhere all this week. Urban came in a year after Tressel. Was Urban born on third base? Yeah, I mean, if Ohio State would have hired a bad coach instead of if Ohio State would have hired Billy Napier, who this guy thinks is better than Ryan Day, if Ohio State would have hired Billy Napier instead of Urban Meyer or instead of Ryan Day, guess what? Ohio State would be struggling to make a bowl game right now because Billy Napier doesn't know what he's doing. Go to bed, Kyle. Cuddle that CTE head. You have liberal logic. What's liberal about understanding that Ryan Day is a top 10 head coach? Holy shit, your mind really is gone. Oh my God. Your mind is completely gone. 90% of the people in this chat are conservatives, and they all think you're a fucking retard, bud. Liberals and conservatives can't even agree on what color the sky is, but they agree that you're fucking retarded. What's liberal or conservative about that, bud? Hornets up 4, 28-24, 11:30 to go in the first half. We need Charlotte to go on a run here. That would be ideal. Heat with a steal, or Charlotte with a steal. Heat turned it over. Let's see if Charlotte can extend this lead. They're up 4, into the lane, bumped, blocked, turnover. See, in the regular season, that's a foul there. But in the playoffs, they let them play. You actually get to see some defense in the playoffs here. But that drive by Charlotte would have been a foul in the regular season. But in the playoffs, they don't call that shit. Miami went down and scored, and then Charlotte went right back down and scored. 30-26. It's a 4-point game. They're going to stop play here. The Heat have a player down. He looks like he's hurt. It's good to know Bama fans still holding out hope before exiting the NASCAR. But he won Tennessee, Oregon, Texas, and Notre Dame on the way to a championship. Who are you talking about, Ryan Day? Yeah, Ryan Day's a great coach. There's no way he really thinks Sunbelt Billy is a better coach than Ryan Day. You tell me, bud. You tell me.
Five-star dummy.
Ryan Day is definitely a top 5 head coach in college football right now. Facts. Facts. Yeah, shout out to Kyle. It's people like Kyle that help us get through the offseason. Without Kyle, we'd have a lot less to talk about this time of year. So, don't forget, too, he said he was leaving 30 minutes ago, and he's still here. He can't leave. He's addicted to Uncle Lou. The Braves are back in it, 4-3. Bottom of the third. They're still batting, 1 out, runner on second. They've already scored a couple of runs and are only down by 1 now, 4-3. Marlins have the lead. We need the Braves to win. Need the Braves to win. And the Brewers. Octavian is around. I commented on his Facebook post today. Yeah, I see Octavian on Twitter every once in a while. He called into the call-in show, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I see him on Twitter almost every day. Who's next for a true or false video? Well, give me some ideas. I'll write them down. Give me some ideas and I'll write them down. Lou, does it make you mad that I lived out your dream? No, I never had a dream to be a 1-year walk-on at Hawaii. Never had that dream. Octavian come on our show Saturday night, told us Tramel Jones was winning the Heisman. Of course he did. Of course he did. There's an argument. There's a racism argument flaring out of control in the Florida fan base. I guess some people think Philo's going to be given the job because he's white. I had to tell him. I had to tell him that Lagway was black. I don't know if they didn't know that, or I don't know what was going on with that. Charlotte for 3, air ball. Boy, how are you in the NBA shooting air balls? And of course it's a white guy. How are you in the NBA shooting air balls in a playoff game? Watching you in VR, so this is hard to type since I can't see. Well, in VR, you should have talk to text, bud. You need to look into that. Do you think Nebraska will have success this season? No. I'm done. No. I'm blindly off the Nebraska train until they beat a ranked team. Wake me up when they beat a ranked team, and I'll start paying attention to Nebraska again. The last couple of years, I let them sucker me in with the whole, oh, what about Matt Rule year 2 or Matt Rule year 3? And what about Dylan Rayola? They suckered me in. I'm off the fucking Nebraska train until they beat a ranked team. They've lost 30-something in a row to ranked teams. Haven't beat a ranked opponent since 2016. So Nebraska can be 8-0. If those 8 wins are against unranked teams, I don't give a fuck. Let me know when they beat a ranked team. Florida needs a God-fearing man like Tim Tebow to be their quarterback. God's an Alabama fan. We've been over this before. God gave Alabama fans the gift of a good football team because he didn't give them anything else. Charlotte, high off the glass, no good, but the rebound is good. Slammed it home. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Hornets with a 4-point lead. We need them to run it up. We've got Charlotte -3. This is too close for comfort. The Heat with a runner, and it goes back to a 2-point game. 9:50 to go in the first half. Charlotte up 2 with the ball. Cubs and Phillies still tied at 3. Top of the 6th inning, Cubs at bat. They just hit a guy. Phillies did. Another 3 for Charlotte. Drains it this time. They let a black guy shoot it that time, and it went in. That white boy airballed it the last time he tried a 3, so they said, well, we're not doing that again. Foul underneath on Charlotte. Miami will be shooting free throws here. The Hornets with a 5-point lead after that 3-pointer. Maybe I should become a Georgia fan instead of a Nebraska fan because all Nebraska does is lose games, but Georgia always wins games. Well, they don't always win, but they win a lot. In fact, they've got the most wins of any team in America during the NIL era. Most natties, too. Remember that next time somebody tells you that the SEC can't win in the era of NIL. Make sure and remind them that Georgia has the most wins of any team in the country during the NIL era, and Georgia has the most natties of any team in the country during the NIL era. But yeah, the SEC can't win anything in the NIL. What's up, Ken? How you doing, bud? Will Southern Cal make the playoffs under Lincoln Riley? Southern Cal is on the same plan as Nebraska with me. Until I see them do what they can't do, I'm not going to believe they're going to do it. And so they have to field a competent defense before I buy into any Southern Cal hype. Now, they have recruited great. They've portaled in some defensive talent. They made changes on the coaching staff. Lincoln Riley is saying all the right things again about strength and conditioning and all that, but he's said and done all this before. Then the season starts and they can't tackle anybody. So until I see that they can, I am not on the Southern Cal train. I mean, I think they'll be a ranked team this year, but they were ranked last year. They're an 8-9 win team, maybe. But as far as winning the Big Ten or making the playoffs, not until I see them with a competent defense can I buy into that. I don't get the Penn State love even with the soft schedule. Who do you think they're losing to? Penn State is top 10 in terms of odds to make the playoffs purely because of that schedule. Why are you sore, Lou? I'm not sore. I don't play pickleball till tomorrow. I'll be sore Thursday. I'm sore every Thursday from pickleball on Wednesday. Not sore today. Lou, did you see the modify meme of you healing Dabo? Yeah, I did. And believe me, I'd love to lay hands on Dabo. But there's no healing the disease that he has. He has the disease of being stuck in his ways. Oh my God, Charlotte almost made a circus shot, rimmed out though. They're only up 1, 37-36. Heat with a chance to take the lead here. They've got the ball down 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Dribble, into the lane. Nowhere to go now. Going to have to kick it out wide. Top of the key. Long 3. Blocked. Off Charlotte. The Heat will keep the ball. 2.9 seconds on the shot clock. 7:20 to go in the first half. Charlotte up a point. Is that liquor in that bottle? No, this is water. Water and coffee. Water and coffee. True or false, Dabo Swinney will survive the year with Clemson or get fired? I don't think Dabo will ever get fired during a season. Boy, the Phillies are out here with this dumb shit, man. They can't even do simple shit like throw and catch. Bases loaded for the Cubs with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Tied at 3 in that one. Do you think Lane Leopold is an underrated coach? I think you mean Lance, not Lane. What he's done at Kansas State has gone unnoticed. Well, he's underperformed the last 2 years. He was a hot name 3 years ago, but Kansas State has underperformed the last 2 years. True or false, will Luke Fickell survive at Wisconsin this year? He shouldn't even be there this year. They got money issues, I guess, but that's been solved by the state legislature. If you live in Wisconsin, your state taxes are now going directly to Wisconsin football players. That's an absolute joke. An absolute joke. The state legislature has agreed to give, what's the amount? 20-something million dollars a year to Wisconsin now. I love college football, but if the state of Georgia were to pass legislation saying that they're going to take tax money that they collect from regular citizens and give it to Georgia football players, I'd be screaming from the highest mountain. That's fucking bullshit. And the Cubs are going to take the lead, probably by 2. Yeah. Base hit right up the middle, scores 2. Cubs on top of the Phillies 5-3. Tied at 39 in the basketball game. Heat with the ball and now up to, after a putback, 41-39. Heat with a 2-point lead over the Hornets. 6 minutes to go in the first half in this one. Long 3 for Charlotte, no good. Heat with the rebound, not going our way. Things not going our way here. Leopold is like Aranda, once highly thought of but fizzled out. Yeah, Aranda could be somebody that finds himself out of a job at some point this season if they stink it up again. He's been there long enough now. He was hired the same time Florida hired Billy Napier and has had similar results. The Heat miss a jumper. Still a 2-point lead for Miami. Charlotte with the ball, down 2, 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. We need Charlotte to go on a run here. We're losing every bet we make today. Knocked out of bounds by the Heat. Charlotte will keep the ball, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Still only 1 out. Top of the 6th, the Cubs have taken the lead here, 5-3, scored a couple of runs. Threatening to score more. Runners on 1st and 3rd, 1 out, top of the 6th. Alabama needs a new coach. Dang, is that true? If they go 8-4 this year, it's going to get very interesting for Kalen DeBoer, and I do think there's a possibility that happens if it doesn't work out for Bama at the quarterback position this year, because we all know they can't run the ball to save their life. If Keelan Russell or Austin Mack doesn't end up being at least as good as Ty Simpson, Alabama's going to find themselves in a bad way if they can't run the ball again. 6-3 now, bases loaded. Still only 1 out. Looks like they're going to make a pitching change now. Yeah, Philly's going to make a pitching change, but might be too late. Braves still down 1. Four to 3, bottom of the 4th inning. Braves up to bat with 2 outs, nobody on. Yankees down 4-0. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Yankees are up to bat. What else is going on? Anything with the Brewers? Still no score. Blue Jays and Brewers, top of the 4th inning. Blue Jays at bat, nobody on, 2 outs. Whatever happened to Catfish from the Volunteer Road Show? You know, I don't know. He bought a restaurant. He opened a restaurant, I think, in Knoxville, and that took away all of his time, and he kind of disappeared off YouTube while he was running that restaurant. And then I think he ended up selling the restaurant at some point, but he never came back on YouTube that I know of. I haven't heard from him or seen anything from him in years. I liked him, though. He was a good guy. I met him a couple of times. Or did I meet him? He came to my house one time. But God, this was... had to be 7 or 8 years ago. He was a good guy. No call-in show tonight, Lou. People quit calling in, man. The last 2 or 3 call-in shows, we ain't had but 1 or 2 callers. So since we got some NBA playoffs to watch, we're going to do that instead. Did Lou bet the over-under on the total points? I missed it. That was the comment section poll, and the comment section took over 228. So we have a bet on over 228. R.I.P. Blue and Gold guy. It was Gold and Blue dude, but yeah, R.I.P. Gold and Blue dude. He was a good guy too. Won the second ever Slav Olympics. Gold and Blue dude did. Has his name permanently etched on the trophy. In fact, the trophy itself is named after him now. It's the Gold and Blue Dude Memorial Trophy, which is in the possession now of VicTube, because VicTube is our most recent winner of the Slav Olympics back in March, last month in Nashville. Cubs score again. They have blown it open here in the top of the 6th. Still just 1 out, runners on first and second. They're now up 7-3. Scored 4 runs so far here in the 6th inning. Does West Virginia improve this year? Yes. Yes, they do. Are they winning the Big 12? I'd be shocked if that happened. Or made the playoffs? No, I'd be shocked if any of that happened. But they should get better year 2 under Rich Rod. You got to remember, last year, year 1, they brought in almost 80 new players out of the portal. They never really had a chance out of the gate there. But I would expect significant improvement from West Virginia this year. 5.5 to go. Charlotte down 2 with the ball. Off the glass and in. Tied at 41. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first half. We need the Hornets to go on a run here. We've got Charlotte -3 first half. We are missing every bet we make today. We have hit a cold streak today. I did great last week. Won almost $1,000 last week, and I was up $50 yesterday, but today is going the wrong direction. Heat, floater, no good. Rebound by Charlotte, chance to take the lead. Come on, Hornets. Come on, Hornets. Into the lane, kicks it out to the wing. Oh, he wanted to take the 3. Now he does. Oh, in and out, no good. Charlotte with the rebound. Put back, no good, but he's fouled. Charlotte will be shooting 2. Is that what we're doing here? I didn't go to the Masters. Somebody, you know Colby from the comment section? He went. He got this hat for me. I didn't go this year. He got the hat for me. I've been to the Masters so many times, I don't have any interest in going again unless someone offers me a free ticket. Like, I've been so many times, the amount you have to pay for a Masters ticket these days is insane. And I'm not a golf fan at all. And I've been to the Masters so many times that there's no way I would pay to go. Now, if somebody called me on on Tuesday night or Wednesday night or whatever during Masters week and said, hey, I got a ticket, do you want to go tomorrow? I wouldn't turn it down. I would go. But I'm not going to go out looking for tickets. I've been enough. Let somebody else go. No, there is not a location picked yet for next year's Slav Olympics, but I can tell you there's about a 90% chance it's going to be in Savannah. Cubs still up in the top of the 6th for what feels like forever. They've scored 4 runs in this inning. They're up 7-3. Still only 1 out. Runners on first and second. Does Savannah have riverboat gambling? They used to. I don't know if they still do anymore, but they used to have a boat right off the... There's a road just outside of Savannah that goes through the marsh that kind of leads you out to Tybee Island. And on that road, there used to be a little turnoff with a riverboat that would sail whatever it is 6 miles out to sea or whatever, and you could do your gambling. I've never been on that one, but they used to have one there. I honestly don't know if they still do. I used to go to Tybee Island for about 10 years in a row. I went to Tybee Island every single summer. We stayed in the same house every year for about 10 years in a row. And I would see that gambling boat off to the side every time I would make that drive from Savannah out to Tybee Island. But I never went on it. Charlotte with the ball down a point. Just under 3 minutes to go now in the first half. 3-pointer. Drains it. Let's go. Charlotte with a 2-point lead. Now we got to play some defense here. 48-46, 2:40 to go. The Heat have the ball. We need some defense here. Need some defense here. Spin move off the glass. No good. But the Heat grabbed a rebound. Fuck. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Going to be a long three here. Here it is. God, he drained it. Fuck. Where's the defense, man? You let these fucking jabronis take wide open threes. This fucking mop-head looking motherfucker hadn't had a haircut since Notre Dame won a natty. And you out here draining fucking threes because nobody wants to guard him. Heat up a point now with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Man, the Hornets are fucking dog shit. And they're going to get the Heat with a non-shooting foul here. This is bullshit. What it is. Absolute bullshit. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you back in here, buddy. Every time Lou says Bama going 8-4, they never do. How many years do you think it is I've said Bama's going 8-4, buddy? Because you know every Bama prediction I've ever made is on the internet for you to go look up. That's your homework assignment. Go look up how many times I predicted Bama to go 8-4 and report back here. Utah should dress like Mel Gibson is Maverick. Kyle finally had a CTE seizure. Well, I hope somebody stuck a wallet in his mouth so he doesn't chew off his own tongue. That would be an absolute shame if he wasn't able to call up and say stupid shit anymore. Long three for Charlotte. Oh my God, from another zip code. Drains it. Charlotte with a 3-point lead, 1:40 to go, but now they got to play defense, and that's a problem. Another wide open three from Miami, but this one no good. All right, come on, let's score here, Hornets. Hornets are up 3 with the ball, 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Another long three, clanks it off the front of the rim. Idiot got greedy, but Miami throws it out of bounds. Turnover, Charlotte will have the ball back. Still up 3, about 1:20 to go in the first half. Yeah, the Phillies finally retired the Cubs in the 6th inning, but not until the Cubs scored 4. Ran the thing up 7-3 now, Cubs with the lead. Absolute dog shit over there. Now Charlotte turns it over for no reason. God damn it. 3-point lead for Charlotte. Heat with the ball into the lane. Floater. Drains it. 1-point game. 1:05 to go in the first half. Charlotte with the ball up a point. I'm an absolute idiot, so I bet Charlotte -3 first half. Best case scenario, it looks like, would be a push here. Most likely going to lose. Dribble, dribble, dribble. No good. Heat 3-on-1. Kicks it out. Hesitated with the 3. Wow. Foul on Charlotte. The Heat will be shooting 2, down a point. Who is Kyle? Some absolute retard that's been hanging out in the comments section. Thinks Billy Napier is better than Ryan Day. Amongst a whole laundry list of other retarded shit. One-point lead for the Heat, and they're at the free throw line. 37 seconds to go in the first half. Drains the first one. No, made them both. I'm sorry. 2-point lead now for the Heat. Charlotte with the ball, but out of time with 30 seconds to go. Down low. Underneath. Clanks it, no good. The Heat will probably hold for the last shot here. There's a 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Well, we're going to lose the first half bet. And it doesn't look like y'all's over is going to hit either. Lou, I feel your pain. 2 weeks I was so mad at Lady Gamecocks. The basketball, they made the Natty game, didn't they? I think they did. But lost to, was it UCLA that beat them? I didn't watch that, but I think that's right. Worst in the SEC will likely be Arkansas or Kentucky. Worst in the Big Ten will be Michigan State or UCLA. ACC will be Boston College or Stanford. Big 12 will be Colorado or Iowa State. Pretty good guesses there. UCLA is interesting. I don't know if they'll be... I mean, there's a lot of candidates in the Big Ten for worst possible team. Purdue comes to mind. Almost all the teams that border Canada come to mind, like Minnesota, fucking, Northwestern, whatever. How many games will Luke Fickle and Wisconsin win this year? I haven't started to do prediction videos yet, but they're fighting an uphill battle. I forgot Purdue exists. Yeah, don't worry about it. Most people do. There's no real reason to pay attention to them. The only people that pay attention to Purdue are Notre Dame fans, because Purdue's the only team in Indiana that Notre Dame is better than. Notre Dame's not even the best team in their own state anymore. It's a sad state of affairs, really, for the Notre Dame, man, where they're playing second fiddle. Not only are they playing second fiddle in their own state, that state is Indiana. Oh, my God damn. That's bad, man. That's bad. Biggest threat to UJ for SEC? I think Texas is the favorite in the SEC. Doesn't mean they'll win it, but Texas and Georgia. I think Texas is the favorite. Georgia's second. After that, Texas A&M, LSU, Ole Miss. I'm leaving somebody out. Oklahoma. Should we double down on our bet in the second half, or would that just be the dumbest thing we ever did? Let's see here. We're in a bad way. We can't catch a break on the gambling today. We went from up $50 to down $100 just that quick. What is the second half line on the basketball game? Is the Hornets are a big favorite in the second half. The Heat are up 2, 54-52. The halftime line is Hornets to win by 4. I know this sounds bad, but I forgot about Texas. You better not forget about Texas, buddy. You take a look at Ohio State's schedule. That'll be a pretty good reminder. Boy, that's going to be a good game, ain't it? That is going to be a good game. Ohio State and Texas. I think a lot of people are going to expect it to be low scoring like last year, but this year, both those schools have returning quarterbacks. So I think we're going to see a lot more offense in that Texas-Ohio State game this year. It feels like last year that game, it was very conservative game plans, it felt like, from both schools, because both schools were starting a new quarterback. Both teams had pretty good defenses. It was early in the year. I think both those teams still have good defenses, but they both have experienced quarterbacks now. Those are probably the two best wide receiver rooms in the country, Texas and Ohio State. You know, Texas brought in Cam Coleman from Auburn. And I know Auburn's dog shit, but Cam Coleman is legit. And of course, you already know Ohio State's wide receiver situation. And Texas has Wingo too. So it's not just Coleman. It's like Ohio State. There's not just one guy you can focus on. With Texas, they have two first-round talents at wide receiver with Wingo and Coleman. That's going to be a really, really good game. A Texas-Ohio State game. Really good. Both teams played not to lose. Yeah, it looked very conservative, and it looked to me like once Ohio State took that, what was it, 14-0 lead they got at one point? It looked like Ohio State said, okay, they can't get a first down. Let's just make sure we don't fuck anything up here and win this game 14-0. And of course, Texas did end up scoring a touchdown late to make it 14-7. But it was a great game, but it was low, low score. I think we'll see more points this year, I think. Wingo's a bum? No offense, man, but as Georgia fans, it's hard for us to know a good wide receiver if it slapped us in the face. Wingo's not a bum at all. Wingo would be the best wide receiver on Georgia's roster, and it wouldn't even be close. So if Wingo's a bum, Georgia's down bad in the wide receiver department. Time to go to pickleball. I hear you, man. I do Wednesdays. I play with my dad every Wednesday, pickleball. Will Florida be good this year? Depends what your definition of good is. I think they can get to 8 wins. They play Auburn in week 3. It's Florida's first Power 4 opponent, first SEC game of the year for both teams. If Florida can go into Auburn and win, I think Florida can get to 8 wins. If they go into Auburn and lose, then they're going to be struggling to make a bowl. Matt Patricia's a really good defensive coordinator. Oh, yeah, he's great. Ohio State had an unbelievable defense last year. It's halftime at a basketball game, of course, if you just tuned in, but 54-52, so a close game at half. The Heat up by 2 over the Hornets. This is a play-in game for the playoffs. Similar to sort of a wild card type situation. Neither one of these teams were good enough to make the playoffs, but we feel sorry for you, so y'all can play each other, and whoever wins gets in type of deal. We have one of the best wide receiver, but can't do anything with. That's Nick Harbor. I love Nicholas Harbor. I'd love to have Nicholas Harbor. I just looked at Wisconsin's schedule, and I think the minimum is at least 8 games. 8 wins? 8 wins would probably save Luke Fickell's job. It's more than he's ever had at Wisconsin. Very is good academically, too. Well, maybe you need to go there and learn how to spell Vandy. True or false, Texas wins the SEC. It's hard to pick against Georgia. They get a ton back, top 10 in returning talent. So is Texas, by the way. It's hard to pick against Georgia because they've had Texas's number. So if you think Texas is the biggest competitor to Georgia, it's hard to go against Georgia. They've won the SEC the last 2 years, 3 of the last 4 years, played in the SEC title game 4 years in a row. It's hard to pick against Georgia if you think it's coming down to Georgia and Texas. But Texas could definitely win the SEC. More importantly, Texas could win the Natty. I think Texas is loaded. What's more likely, us having a 1,000-yard receiver? I don't even have to read the rest. Whatever you typed after that is more likely than Georgia having a 1,000-yard receiver. I don't care what you typed. The world ending tomorrow, Jesus actually coming back. Whatever it is you typed after that is more likely than Georgia having a 1,000-yard receiver. Eight is the ceiling, in my opinion, for Wisconsin. I can't pick them to beat Iowa and Penn State until I see them actually do it under Fickell. If Iowa had an average offense or okay at best, they'd be in the playoffs regularly. Well, that is what's holding them back. That is what's holding them back. It's hard to see Iowa making the playoffs right now because of who's in front of them. You know, you take like the 5th or 6th best team in the ACC, for example, and you go, you know what? If they fix a thing or two, they could win the ACC. The problem with being the 5th or 6th best team in the Big Ten is, in order to win the Big Ten, you've got to beat Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, Southern Cal, Michigan. Like there's a lot more high hurdles to jump in the Big Ten to get from 5th or 6th to 1st than there is in the ACC. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Iowa offensively has been kind of a mess for a while. Which conference is the least likely to have a new champion? The odds would say the Big 12. Texas Tech, according to the odds, is the most likely to go undefeated team in the country, regular season wise. So I would say the Big 12 would be the team least likely to have a new champion. They could. I think Houston will be improved. Utah is always kind of hanging around. BYU has been in the top 15 the last couple of years. There is some competition for Texas Tech, but they ran through. I mean, it's not like Texas Tech just barely won the Big 12 last year. Every game they won by 24 points or more. Their only loss was on the road at Arizona State, and their quarterback didn't play in that game because he was hurt. Every other game of the 12 regular season games, they won by 24 points or more. So it's not like the other teams were even particularly close to Texas Tech. Now, it's a totally new team for Texas Tech this year because they're on the portal plan in terms of flipping shit over every year, But they're the overwhelming favorite in the Big 12, and they have the best odds of any team in the country to go 12-0, according to the odds makers. Even higher than Notre Dame. Notre Dame is second. Notre Dame is the second most likely team to go undefeated. Notre Dame's going to be really good, too. I love making fun of their fans and laughing at them and hashtag 1988. And Colorado has a more recent natty than they do. And they've embarrassed themselves on the internet for 5 months in a row, crying because they weren't good enough to get into the college football playoffs last year after they lost to the 2 best teams they played and went 1-2 versus ranked teams. And, their 3rd best win was Navy. And they've embarrassed themselves. That's been fun to talk about. But when you're talking about just their football team in 2026, their football teams are going to be really, really good. Really, really good. Will Georgia finally get over the hurdle and beat Bama in Tuscaloosa? I'm not predicting that. No, I'm not predicting that. They haven't won there since 2007, I think. And now they don't play, Georgia and Bama don't play every year. So they've only played in Tuscaloosa twice since 2007. Is that right? I think that's right. They've played in Tuscaloosa twice, I think, since 2007. Am I remembering that right? Does anybody know? I think they've played in Tuscaloosa twice since they beat them in 2007, right? Lost in 20. I think they've only played there twice since 2007, because Georgia and Bama don't play every year. But it's got nothing to do, to me, with where the game is played. Wherever the game is played in the regular season, I would pick Bama to win. Bama's kryptonite for them. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I'm a Georgia fan. I'd love to see Georgia win every game 100-0, but I haven't picked Georgia to beat Bama in how many years? And you already know what's going to happen. I'm going to do the Georgia prediction video. I'm going to predict Georgia to win at Bama. All the Georgia fans are going to tell me I'm stupid and I'm not a real fan and blah, 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 blah. And then Georgia's going to lose to Bama again, and those people will disappear. It just happens every year. I've been predicting Georgia to lose to Bama every year since 2021 or whatever it is. I've been right every single time, but twice. Actually, that's not true. I did pick Georgia to win the SEC championship game this year. I picked Georgia to lose to Bama in the regular season. They did. And I picked Georgia to beat them in the SEC championship game. But it's because Bama was playing so bad at the end of the year. Remember how bad Bama looked last couple of games of the year? I said, you know what? Fuck it. Give me Georgia. Will you do hype and hate videos this season? When warranted, I will. I'm not doing hype and hate videos every single week anymore. As far as the ones I know I'll do, Arkansas and South Carolina. I'm doing those two for sure. The rest of them, I'll just kind of, decide the week of the game whether or not I'm doing it or not. Georgia will beat Bama in Tuscaloosa. Texas will beat Georgia in SC championship game. It's get over the hump year. My cigars are arriving late. Gonna have to go local for a fix tomorrow. At least UJ is starting to beat them in the ones that really count. Well, they beat them in the SEC championship game last year. They lost to them in the SEC championship game in 2021. Beat them in the national title game in 2021. So as far as like SEC title, national championship, or playoff games, they're 2-2. Lost in 2017 in the Natty. Lost in 21 in the SEC championship game. Beat them in 21 in the Natty. Beat them in 25 in the SEC championship. So they're 2-2 against Bama in the postseason. Kirby is. But no wins against Bama in the regular season. I think I have that right. Steve Smith is talking shit about Gunnar Stockton, called him doo-doo. I don't think Gunnar Stockton's doo-doo. I also don't think he's one of the 10 best quarterbacks in college football or anything like that. He's not some kind of generational game-changing talent, but I think he's good enough to not lose games for Georgia with the right pieces around him. All right, second half underway. We didn't bet it. Should we have bet it? I don't know, but we didn't. We did not bet the second half. We can live bet it if we want to lose more money. Do we want to lose even more money than we've already lost? Don't know, do we? The Braves are still down a run, 4-3. Marlins with a 1-run lead. Braves coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th. What else do we have here? The Brewers are up 3-1 over the Blue Jays. Now that one's looking good. We've got Brewers to score more than 3.5 runs. They're at 3 in the 5th inning. And we've got the Brewers to win. So that looks like two bets we might actually win today. What a miracle that would be. What an absolute miracle that would be. I should have peed during halftime. I'm going to have to go pee here in a second. All that water and coffee is running through your boy Uncle Lou. And if I'm going to do the second NBA game, I'm going to have to drink some more coffee. Y'all want me to get all hopped up on Mountain Dew or coffee? Y'all want me to get all hopped up on coffee and just really just fucking go nuts in here tonight? Like it's football season? Y'all want me to do that? Or should I just kind of take it easy and stay cool, calm, and relaxed and collected like I normally do? What do y'all want me to do? Besides, QB development is definitely not a UJ strength, so give the guy some props. I disagree that development is the issue when it comes to quarterback at Georgia. They just haven't had any top-line talent at the quarterback position. Stetson Bennett was a no-star walk-on that nobody wanted. They turned him into a Heisman finalist, and he won the offensive MVP in 2 national title games and 2 playoff games. So you got to give some credit for that. Jake Fromm got worse. So, that's an example maybe of poor development. Jake Fromm got worse every year he was at Georgia. But, the only true elite top-line quarterback talent that Kirby has had is Justin Fields, in my opinion. And I'm not here to shit on Stetson. That's water under the bridge. I'm happy for what Stetson did at Georgia. He topped out. And I think you have to give some credit there for that. Todd Monken gets a lot of credit for that. Whatever. But when you look at the quarterbacks that Kirby has had, even the ones they've signed but haven't played, or the ones they've signed and transferred out, like Brock Vandergriff ended up being a complete dud. He was a 5-star coming out of high school, but just was never any good. The only real top-line talent Kirby has had is Justin Fields, and he fucked that up. I mean, I'll go to my grave standing on that hill. Kirby fucked up the Justin Fields situation. Now, he was a young head coach. He'd only been there a couple of years when he signed Justin Fields. Jake Fromm had taken Georgia to the national title game in 2017. So I understand the reasoning for saying, well, we gotta keep Fromm at quarterback. But he just kept getting worse and worse, and Justin Fields is sitting over there with his thumb up his butt, and they just didn't use him right at all. And I don't blame Justin Fields at all for transferring out. And what did he do? He went to Ohio State and put up 5,000 yards a year. So he's by far the most talented quarterback to come through Georgia during Kirby's time. And, Kirby just kind of blew that. I like Puglisi, Gunner's backup. I'm not second guessing saying he should be the starter, but like if something were to happen to Gunner, he gets hurt or whatever, and we had to play Puglisi, I would be fine with that. The thing that's been disappointing me about Gunner Stockton is his running. We were told for 2 years that, Gunner Stockton, he's going to run. He's tough. He can go between the tackles. He's going to, he's been wanting a running quarterback. Here comes Gunner Stockton. Outside of a handful of plays with him, I haven't seen that much from Gunner Stockton with his legs that makes me go, wow. I don't know. I think we might have been sold a bill of goods on Gunner Stockton in terms of how good of a runner he was. He's better than Beck, no doubt about it, and better than Fromm. But he's nowhere near a Stetson Bennett or whatever you think like the best 10 running quarterbacks in college football are this year. Like, he's not that. My favorite Georgia QB was Murray. Yeah, he's one of my favorite Georgia players ever of all time. He's still the leading passer in SEC history. If you tell me Georgia's got the ball on their own 10-yard line with a minute and a half to go and they're down 5, they need a touchdown to win it, and I can have any ex-Georgia quarterback ever to lead that drive, I would take Aaron Murray. Gunner's main issue is being afraid to take shots downfield. I agree with that. I definitely think that's an issue. Now, the upside to that is he never turned the ball over. What did he have, 3 interceptions all year? Like, that's great. But I'm not kidding. I'd rather he throw 5 or 6 interceptions over the course of the year if that means he takes 30 more chances downfield. He's got to throw the ball over the middle. We've got 3 NFL tight ends that might as well not even be on the team. I mean, the stats for the tight ends last year were embarrassing. And a lot of it is Gunner being unsure of himself, not willing to sort of make those throws. Stetson way overperformed. Well, yeah, he also had 2 of the best defenses in college football history. So, I mean, we can't ignore that. I think Georgia's 2 deep on defense in 2021 is the best 2 deep in the history of college football. It was absolutely unfair, the talent that they had playing backup roles in 2021. It was just ridiculous at all 3 levels of the defense. It was just insane. All right, I'm gonna go pee and put it refill this coffee. I'll be right back. Also in 2. Give me about 2 minutes. All right, coffee's brewing. Let me go pee. All right, calm down. I hope y'all behaved yourselves in that comment section while I was gone. I'd hate to come back and figure out y'all was up to no good in there. Hornets still down 4, 5.5 minutes to go in the third. 72-68 the score. I haven't checked in on the Cubs in a while, but I'm sure they're still beating the soul out of the Phillies. Don't tell us what to do. It's my job to tell you what to do. Lord knows you need it. I thought you would like Matthew Stafford. I do like Matthew Stafford. He's a better NFL quarterback than he was college quarterback. I really don't care what people do in the NFL. I want them to be good college players. Aaron Murray didn't make it in the NFL. Doesn't make him any worse of a college player. I would take Aaron Murray in college over Matt Stafford in college. Hornets just drained a 3, make it a 1-point game. Rory champ times 2. Yeah, well, we streamed the final round on Sunday over on the Patreon page. I had a good time over there. It ended up being not all that exciting at the end, but it looked like for a while we were headed towards a train wreck. You had 5 or 6 players within 2 shots of the lead about halfway through that Sunday round, but nobody could catch Rory. Nobody could catch Rory. Back to back for Rory. Heat shooting free throws now, up a point, 72-71, 4:56 to go in the third. Brewers up 3-2, top of the 6th inning. Braves still down a run, getting ready to bat in the bottom of the 7th. They're down 4-3. We need the Braves to score a couple of runs there and take that lead if they can. If they can. Stafford grew into a great NFL QB. Yeah, Hall of Famer. Stafford's a surefire, probably first ballot Hall of Famer. The Heat starting to run it up here, 76-71. They're now up 5. I had the honor of doing some work at the Augusta National. I never worked out there. I had a ton of friends who've done it over the years. They hire a ton of high school kids about a month before the Masters to go out there and do a bunch of work. And then they hire concession stand workers and pro shop workers. They hire a bunch of local people every year. The Augusta National does for the Masters. But I never did it. I never worked out there. I couldn't work in high school because I was always playing something. Played football in the fall and baseball and track in the spring. So I never had a job in high school. Didn't have time. Never say Justin Fields' name again to me. Justin Fields. How far back in time do I have to find a quarterback at Michigan that was as good as Justin Fields at Ohio State? Ever? Has there ever been a quarterback at Michigan who was as good as Justin Fields? What did you of my Bruins getting Bob Chesney? I think they got an outstanding one because Bob Chesney has shown his ability to develop programs and players. We'll see how he does in the Big Ten. Yeah. Nico's still at quarterback there. I'm on the fence with him. I mean, I know he has talent, but where is it? I don't know if we've ever really seen it. I don't have very high expectations for UCLA. I mean, I think they can be a respectable team, make a bowl game and all that. But as far as like competing to win the Big Ten or make the playoffs, I don't see that happening. I hope Pete has a midday show tomorrow. I have no idea if he is or not. His Twitter got hacked. He lost his Twitter account. Somehow he got hacked or something, and somebody has taken over his Twitter account. He's been dealing with that for the last couple of days, so I don't know if he's doing a midday show tomorrow or not. I know you don't watch women's basketball, but did you see the Dawn Staley and Gino confrontation? I actually was watching that game. I did see that. Vegas trip? Look, win. Say less, fam. Let's go. Come on, Slaw. So let's go to Vegas, man. 3 nights. Come on, man. Let's go. Stop teasing me. I'm ready to go. You just say the word. I got a DM from him on X. I got scammed myself. I lost my X account. That wasn't actually from Pete. If you got that DM, it was from whoever took over his account. Somebody, yeah, the whole idea that such and such failed in the NFL, therefore that means he wasn't a good college quarterback, that's ridiculous. Tim Tebow is one of the best college football players of all time. He sucked in the NFL. It doesn't have anything to do with how good of a college player they were or they weren't. Joe, what's up, man? We're taking a beating today, man. Give me a winner on this second basketball game tonight. We're taking a beating. We're taking a beating today. I'm going to Vegas first week of May. Oh, yeah? Okay. Where are you staying? I'd like to go for the World Series of Poker this summer. I was there last year when the World Series of Poker was going on. At the Horseshoe. I wasn't staying at the Horseshoe. I'm clearly late. How's the pay Lou movement? We're up $50 after yesterday, but all we're doing today is losing. We lost the first half bet on this basketball game. We lost a Yankees bet. We're currently losing this Phillies bet. I had the Phillies to win this game. They're down 7-3. I had the Braves to win. They're losing 4-3, or at least they were. What are they doing now? Yeah, they're still losing 4-3. They do have a runner on second, though, the Braves. The only thing I'm winning right now is just Brewers. I've got the Brewers to win. They're up 3-2. I've also got them to score more than 3.5 runs. So I need them to score another run and win the game. But I'm going to do something stupid on the second basketball game or one of these late night baseball games, though. I'm going to do something real stupid. Lou needs a condo in Vegas for the off season. Buddy, I've already looked in. You can do 90-day or even up to 120-day. Or you can do 6-month Airbnbs. You can rent Airbnbs by the month. I don't think I hadn't looked into it. Don't think I hadn't looked into it. Yeah, I don't click on anything on no DM thing because that's a well-known scam been going on social media for years. I don't click no links that from nobody in any DMs. I think Kyle's internet shut off. Well, Kyle's currently taking a break from embarrassing himself in the Uncle Lou comments section. I'm sure he's busy at home in his basement, drooling all over his shoes. The Hornets have gone on a little heater here. They've retaken the lead 81-79, up 2 minutes to go in the third. Staying at the Venetian. Has anybody stayed there before? I've never stayed there. I've been to the Venetian a bunch of times. I love the Venetian. I've just never stayed there. I'm mostly a Caesars properties guy. Caesar, I can stay for free at any Caesars or any MGM property, so that's where I stay, which is like 80% of the hotels on the strip are either owned by Caesars or MGM. So I always stay at either a Caesars or an MGM property, but I love the Venetian. Love the Venetian. You got the Suns in the next game. Phillies just scored 7-4 now. Yeah, maybe they can mount a miracle comeback for us. Yeah, he said Billy Napier was better than Ryan Day. Ryan Day's not a top 10 head coach. He thinks all head coaches call their own plays during the game, offensive and defensive. He thinks that Nick Saban called the offensive plays for Alabama in the national championship game the year that Lane Kiffin quit during the playoffs to take the head coaching job at UCF. He thinks Nick Saban called the offensive plays in that national title game, not Steve Sarkisian, who was the co-offensive coordinator. Like, the guy's out of his mind. And he says we're all stupid and he's smart because he was a one-year walk-on that never played at Hawaii. Who's messaging me while I'm trying to do LouTube? Heat just scored to cut the lead to 3, 84-81. Hornets with a 3-point lead under a minute to go in the third. Let's see what the live number is now. The live line on this one is the over-under is at 222. They don't have a live line right now. Probably won't put the line up till the end of the third quarter. Heat with the ball down 5. 20 seconds to go, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Off the glass and in. That was a good-looking drive and layup there. 3-point lead for the Hornets. I will be going to the next slobs. Wow, the Hornets drained a 3 at the buzzer. 89-83 is your score at the end of the third quarter. 6-point lead for the home team Hornets. The Phillies looking to put a little rally together here in the bottom of the 8th. They've already scored 1 run. They've got runners on first and second with 1 out. Bryce Harper at the plate. Wouldn't hurt my feelings at all if he decided to go yard here. Big swing, fouls it off. No balls, 1 strike on Bryce Harper now. Come on, hit you a home run, man. A home run would tie it up here. No balls, 1 strike. Low and away. 1-1 the count now. As a Boston Celtics fan, I only care about the 76ers Orlando Magic game and the winner. Is that who the Celtics play? The Celtics will beat either one of them. Do you think this is a crucial year for Hypo? Do you see any way he gets fired? No. Called strike that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bryce Harper. Runner on first and second. Phillies down 3. Home run would be huge. Even a base hit would be nice, though. I've been to Las Vegas and stayed at Planet Hollywood. That's where we stayed in January when we all went. Especially swimming in the pool. Yeah, I've been swimming at that. Not in January. Whoa, damn near took Bryce Harper's head off that time. Yeah, we went we did a guys trip to Vegas in January and we stayed at Planet Hollywood. We didn't do the pool in January, but last summer, me and the lady went for like 6 days, I think. We stayed 3 days at Mandalay Bay and 3 days at Planet Hollywood. And we went to the pool. Are you taking a family vacation this summer? Like with my kids don't have any interest on going on vacation with grown-ups anymore. They're past that age. I mean, I might take them for a weekend somewhere or whatever, but they're past all that. All they want to do now is go, like my daughter went to Hilton Head last week with her cousin. Just the 2 of them. Bryce Harper struck out. That's no good. Fuck. 2 outs now. Runners on first and second. Let me clarify again. Justin Fields has been a serious underachiever in the NFL. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. Lou, have you ever seen the Blue Man Group in Vegas? No. They're at MGM Grand, I think. But no, I've never seen them. I've stayed at the MGM Grand before, too. The MGM Grand is okay. It's fucking it's huge. It's massive. But it's just, I don't know. There's nothing really special about it other than it being really big. I'm not big on the shows. The only show I've been to in Vegas is Mad Apple. It's a Cirque du Soleil show at New York, Mad Apple. The lady wanted to go, so I took the lady to see that. That's the only. I go to gamble mostly. Sightseeing, people watching. I don't really do the shows. I don't think I could go to Vegas. I wouldn't leave the blackjack tables. Yeah, that's my favorite game to play too. I love blackjack. I can play for hours. Love blackjack. I need a gambling fix. CC needs a stop at the MJ shop. May head to Cherokee for a couple of days. I don't think I'm going back to Cherokee until they open the outdoor pool, and they don't usually open the outdoor pool at Cherokee until the end of May. But I'm going to Vegas before that. I almost went to Vegas tomorrow. I almost bought a plane ticket this morning. I check plane ticket prices every day, and I got on there today, and I was this fucking close to buying a plane ticket and leaving tomorrow to go to Vegas, and I talked myself out of it. But I'm itching to go. World Series of Poker is at Cherokee 1st of May. Yeah, they were doing it when I was up there last time. Whenever that was. Or 2 times ago. February, I guess it was February. I went in February and I went in March. February, I think it was. They had the World Series of Poker was there. Is PrizePicks available in Tennessee? I have no idea. You'd have to check and see. It's available in a bunch of states. I don't know if Tennessee is one of them. You can check their website, probably would tell you. How much money do you spend on food in Vegas? You can spend as little or as much as you want. You can eat a meal in Vegas for $10, or you can eat a meal for $1,000. They've got price points everywhere in between. I mean, you can eat a bagel in the morning for breakfast for $8. You can go to In-N-Out Burger for lunch and eat for $12. And then for dinner, you can go to a Mexican restaurant and eat for $25 if you want to. Or you can go to a steakhouse and spend $500 easily. Lou, I like the Miami drug dealer fit. Is that what this is? This is my flamingo shirt, man. Got the flamingo shirt, the Masters hat, the linen. How about the linen shorts, though? The linen shorts are a good move in the summertime. Keep you cool. I know how to count cards. Counting cards is not hard to do, but Joshua, I don't believe you because you say a lot of things that aren't true, but counting cards is not that hard to do. If you can count to 1, you can count cards. Card counting is 1 point one way or the other. +1, +2, +3, +2, +3, +2, +1, even, -1, -2, -1, -2, -3, -2, -1, even. It's not hard to do. Never been to Vegas? What are you waiting on? It'll change your life, my man. Vegas is the greatest city on earth. The greatest city on earth. I have not been to California. The only place in California I'd have any interest in going would be like the San Diego area. I don't have any interest in LA or San Francisco or any of that, but I would consider a few days in San Diego. Card counting is useless. They just throw you out. Yeah. Card counting is easy to. It's extremely easy for the casino to spot card counters. Not because they're counting, but it's because of the way they bet. It's the way card counters bet makes it extremely easy to spot. My dad went to boot camp in San Diego. What's up, Wolverine? What's up, Gage? Hey, what's up, Kyle? You can count, but got to be smart on betting pattern. Well, there's no point in counting if you're not going to do the betting that goes along with it. And the betting is what gets you caught. That's why some of the most famous card counting schemes in history have involved multiple people, because what they do is they send one idiot to the table to count the cards, but they're not altering their bet like a card counter would. And then they signal someone else when the deck is right, and the someone else comes, sits down, and immediately starts betting big. If you're doing it by yourself, it's extremely easy for them to catch you. Like if you watch that movie, I think it's called 21, with the was it the Harvard students? Who was it? Which students was it from one of them schools up there? That took the card counting team to Vegas. I mean, they were winning hundreds of thousands of dollars. MIT. Yeah, MIT. I've been to downtown Los Angeles. It was dirty. I've seen Dick House Productions. That's the ones that did Jackass. Hornets up 8, 93 to 85. Let's see what is the live line. Let's see what the live line is. Live line. Damn, they still don't have it. The live line is... They don't even have a live line. The over-under's at 222. That's no good. That's no good. Let's see these baseball scores. Well, the Braves are now down 2 runs, 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. The Braves are up to bat with no outs. We had the Braves to win. That's not looking good. The Brewers are still winning 3-2. That's good. Had the Brewers to win. We also had a bet on them to score over 3.5 runs, though, so wouldn't hurt my feelings if the Brewers scored again. Top of the 7th right now. Blue Jays up to bat against the Brewers. What's up, Nate? Both my parlays already hit from this game. Congrats, my man. Rangers about to put belt to ass. Has that game started yet? Can I bet? I'll bet on it. I'll take your word for it. Baseball. Rangers. Game starts at 9:40. All right, let's take the Rangers. Let's take the Rangers for 200. We got to make up for all these losses. Rangers for 200. There we go. All right. Don't let me down, whoever that was in the comment section that said that. Don't let me down. I'll give you the Dylan treatment. Hornets up 6 with the ball. 8:50 to go. Offensive foul. So they're going to give it back to the Heat here. We had a variety of T-Rex fossils named after Alabamasaurus at Auburn. Do you think Georgia will be ranked #1 week 1? No. No, I don't. It's not a Masters hat. It's just a golf hat. Yeah, and this is, where is it? See this? This is just an Augusta hat. That's it. It's just an Augusta hat. Don't worry about it. It's just an Augusta hat. Heat scored to make it a 4-point game, and then Charlotte bricks a 3, so the Heat with a chance to get it to 2 here. Into the lane, off the glass, and good. 2-point lead now for the Hornets, 93 to 91. Are they going to show us the live line or what? I would consider making a bet if they'd show me the live line. Still don't have one. What are we doing here? There is no live line. Total's down to 220, so we're going to miss that one too. The Heat just tied it up, 93 apiece. Now would be a great time to take the Hornets since the Heat just tied it up, but they won't give us a fucking number on the game. There it is. The Hornets are a 2.5-point favorite right now, tied at 93. Should we roll the dice on the Hornets at 2.5? Augusta needs to rename to International. Can you figure out how to let Burgle pick a bet, Lou? Berg, you want to make a bet, bud? You want to make a bet, bud? Huh? Don't you want to make a bet? Suns or Trailblazers? Suns or Trailblazers, Berg? Which one? You ain't got no interest in it? She said she ain't got no interest in it. The Heat are up 1, 94 to 93, and they've got the ball. Chance to add to their lead here. The Cubs just hit a home run in the 9th inning, so instead of 7-4, it's even worse now. 8-4. No. 3-run homer. 10-4. Cubs all over the Phillies. Lou, can you take the Suns? I can do anything, buddy. There's nothing I can't do. Have you ever been to the Rose Bowl before? No, I've never been to California at all. Anywhere. Hornets are an underdog now. Hornets plus 1.5 is the live number. Should we roll the dice on the home team? Hornets plus 1.5. The Phillies suck, says Slaw. Well, they paid me yesterday. Phillies paid me yesterday, but not today. Braves aren't much better. Yeah, they were losing 4-3 a minute last time I checked. Now they're losing 5-3. Dang. Big dang, too. They're losing 5-3 now. They've got runners on first and third with 2 outs, though. A hit would be nice. Albie's up to bat. He's 1 for 3. 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Cubs just got another hit. Runner on first, top of the 9th. They're up 10-4 over the Phillies. That one's all but over. That one is all but over, folks. What else is going on? Brewers still up 3-2. They're batting in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Albie's got hit by a pitch. So now the bases are loaded for the Braves here. Bottom of the 8th. They're at home. Bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded with 2 outs. They're down 5-3. A hit would tie it up. A hit would tie it up for the Bravos. Who watches the NBA? Pro basketball is worthless. I agree with you in the regular season, but the playoffs are good. The NBA playoffs are definitely worth watching. I'm clearly late. I just read that already. Thank you, Biggs Mike, for the super chat. Chandler, Dickie, thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate y'all helping to support the show, man. That means a lot anytime you do it, but especially this time of year with a college football channel. It's hard out here in these YouTube streets. Hornets choke as usual. Anyone know if Lou is live streaming any spring games this year? Probably not. The teams don't have any interest in the spring games, so why should I? Lou, are you live streaming MLB all season? No. I can't think of a scenario in which I would ever live stream Major League Baseball. Hornets down 4, 97-93. They've got the ball, 7:15 to go. Kicks it out wide for 3. Clanks it off the front of the rim. Charlotte gets the rebound, puts it back, and it's good. Cuts the lead to 2, 97-95. Heat with a 2-point lead, 7 minutes to go. One ball, 2 strikes for the Braves. Smith up to bat. He's 2 for 3 today. Bases are loaded, bottom of the 8th. Braves down 5-3. We need a base hit here to tie it up for the Braves. Charlotte with a 3-pointer. No good. Foul ball. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Smith. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. Braves down 2. Heat off the glass and in. Circus shot there. Back to a 7-point lead for the Heat. Come on, Braves. What are y'all doing? Charlotte scores. Back to a 5-point lead for the Heat. Heat for 3. No good. Charlotte with a rebound. Chance to cut into the lead. They're down 5 with 5:40 to go at home. 3-pointer for Charlotte. Wide open. No good. Rebounded by the Heat. Still waiting to see what happens with the Braves here. Bottom of the 8th, bases loaded. 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Smith up to bat. The Heat miss a shot. Charlotte makes it, and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play. 102-99. The free throw will make it a 2-point game if it's good. Bang! Bravos! Smith with a bases-clearing double scores 3. Braves take the lead 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th over the Marlins. Maybe our luck is turning around with the Pay-Lou movement. Like an idiot, I bet the Braves have been losing all night. They finally take the lead here, bottom of the 6th, with a bases-loaded double with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Come on, Bravos. Charlotte shooting free throws here. Chance to make it a 2-point game. 102-99. Free throw is good. 2-point game. So we got us a good one here with about 5 minutes to go. Heat up 2 on the road at Charlotte, and they're going to take a timeout. Texas is calling the spring game Fan Day. At least you're not watching college baseball. Yeah, nobody watches college baseball. Nobody watches that garbage. What was that game we bet that y'all just... Oh, the Rangers. Rangers game starting now. Y'all made me do something dumb. Put a big bet in on that one. What are we going to do about this Suns game coming up at 10:30? Let me know. Suns and Trailblazers coming up at 10:30, I think. Yeah. Over-under's up to 226. We've got over 228. We got a chance still to hit the over. Overtime would be great. If we go to overtime, we're guaranteed to hit that over. The Suns will win. See what the line is on that one. The Suns are a 3-point favorite at home against the Trailblazers. Three-point favorite at home against the Trailblazers. That game is scheduled to tip off at 10 o'clock. It could be pushed back, though, if this game runs late. So we got 15 minutes to make up our mind on this Trailblazers-Suns game. Suns -3 is the line. Comment section is saying take the Suns. Lou, you got a jingle to play when you win, like 5-star stuff? No. I should have something, shouldn't I? I should come up with something. I should come up with something. Well, I have this for every time I make a bet. Here it is.
5-star dummy.
Because you have to be an absolute idiot to bet on sports the way I do. All right, heat up 2. Charlotte's got the ball. 4:40 to go. To the wing for 3. No good. Put back, no good. Charlotte gets the rebound. And a foul on the Heat. Are you going to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs? Probably not. No. Probably not. I used to like the NHL playoffs. Last few years, though, I've kind of lost interest in it. Both teams suck, the Trailblazers and the Suns. Well, yeah, that's why they're in the play-in game. Alley-oop and a slam from Charlotte ties this thing up at 102. 4:20 to go. Do you think Indiana has a step back? Well, let me ask you something. They went 16-0 last year. They can't do any better than that. So you're asking me, do I think they're going 16-0 again? No, but I never think anybody's going 16-0. When you go 16-0, you can't improve. The only option would be stay the same or take a step back. It's so hard to go 16-0, and it's so hard to win back-to-back natties that I will say take a step back. All right, the Braves are 3 outs away from a pay-lose situation. Top of the 9th inning, Marlins up to bat, 6-5. Braves took the lead in the bottom of the 8th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Norby up to bat for the Marlins. The Heat are back up 3 over Charlotte. Charlotte drives into the lane, fall away jumper, no good. Rebounded by Miami. One ball, 2 strikes now on Norby. Marlins up to bat, top of the 9th. They're down 6-5. We need the Braves to win in a bad way. What are the Brewers doing? Good question. The Brewers scored again. That's a pay-loo. That's a pay-loo. We had Brewers to score over 3.5 runs. They've got 4. They're up 4-2. So we just got paid again. We're on an absolute steamer. We're on an absolute steamer and a heater right now on the pay-loo situation. Let's fucking go. Let's go. 6-point lead for the Heat with 3:20 to go. Charlotte tied it up at 102. Heat on a 6-0 run, though. 3-pointer clanks off the rim for Charlotte. Rebounded by Miami. 3 minutes to go in the game. The Heat with the ball up 6 on the road at Charlotte. The Buckeyes won't be good this year, says a total dummy. They'll be good. Now they might go 9-3. But they're going to be some level of good. But their schedule is brutal. Their schedule is absolutely brutal. Charlotte for 3, drains it. Back to a 3-point game, 108-105. Heat with the ball and a 3-point lead, 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Wide open 3 for the Heat. Bricked it. Heat get the rebound. Another 3. Drains that one. Back to a 6-point game. 111-105. Heat with the lead. Georgia will go 11-1. Charlotte misses a 3, but grabs the rebound. Now another 3. Clanks that one. Heat get the rebound. 2 minutes to go. Heat with the ball and a 6-point lead on the road in Charlotte. All right, time to check back in with the Braves here. See what they're doing. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Marlins up to bat. Braves with a 1-run lead, 6-5. Paulie up to bat for the Marlins. He's 1 for 3 today with a double. We're 1 out away from a Payloo on the Braves game. Two outs. Now 2 outs. 1 out away for the Braves. Come on, Braves. 1 out away. Payloo. We need 1 more out. Let's go. 1 ball. No strikes. That's it. That's the 3rd out. Paulie flies out to center field. Game over. Braves win. Payloo. Heat with a long 3. No good. Charlotte with the rebound. 1:20 to go. They're down 6. Alley-oop. 3-pointer. Drains it. Back to a 3-point game. 111, 108. 1:14 to go. Heat with the ball in a 3-point lead. Coming down to the wire here in this one. Coming down to the wire. Eight seconds on the shot clock. 5, 4, 3, 2. From the lane. No good. Charlotte with a rebound. A 3 will tie it. 48 seconds to go. Charlotte with the ball down 3. $35 seconds to go. 8 on the shot clock. Corner 3. No good. Heat with the rebound. Charlotte has to foul. 28 seconds to go. The Heat with a 3-point lead, and they've got the ball. Charlotte running out of time. How many more points do we need? Right now, they're at 229. We've got over 228. So we would need 9 more. We're not going to hit the over unless it goes to overtime. They're at 220. They're at 219 right now. Here comes a free throw. No good. That's not helping. Missed free throws don't help the over. 28 seconds to go. Still a 3-point lead for the Heat. Another free throw coming up here for Miami. We need them to clank this one now. Let Charlotte make a 3-pointer and send it to overtime. Then we will hit the over. Here comes the second free throw. Drains it. 112 to 108. 4-point lead for the Heat. Charlotte takes a timeout. They're going to have the ball down 4 with 28 seconds to go. If it turns into a free throw parade, we got a chance. We need Charlotte to score here and then foul again. And Miami to make some free throws and then rinse, repeat that routine. And maybe we'll hit the over 228. Maybe. Brewers still up 4-2. Top of the 8th inning. Blue Jays up to bat. We have the Brewers to win and the Brewers to score over 3.5 runs. So we hit the over 3.5 runs. They have 4. We need them to hang on and win the game to cash another winner, which, of course, would be ideal. 5 3 throws and a last-second 3 by the Hornets. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, bruh. Sounds good, bruh. All right, we need the Hornets to score here. They've got the ball down 4. We need them to score quick, and then we need them to foul the Heat quick. We're watching a man experience the highs and lows of gambling off season. What's the game on? Prime, Amazon Prime. Charlotte with the ball. Why aren't they in a hurry? They're taking their time. What are they doing? For three. Drains it. 223 points total now. 1 point game. Timeout on the floor. The Heat are going to be inbounding the ball up a point. So Charlotte's going to have to foul right away. So you know the Heat's going to be going back to the free throw line. That'll be hopefully 2 more points. We'll see what happens here. There is no off season for gambling. Facts. I gamble 365 days a year. Blazer season ticket holder here. You know that, Lou? Well, they told me to bet the Suns, man. Is that fake news or what? Hey, Brian, what's up, buddy? Why don't I just bet the first half? That way your Blazers can still win. We just would need the Suns to be winning by 2 at halftime. How about that? Let's do that. We'll take the Suns first half minus 1.5 because everybody was saying take the Suns. So, but I want your team to win. So I'll bet the first half Suns, and then I won't bet the second half, and hopefully your Blazers can win it in the second half. How about that? I have 100 on the Blazers money line. I can tag you on that, Lou. Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you would need to tag me, would you? God, I gotta pee, but I don't want to miss the end of this basketball game. All right, the Heat are getting ready to inbound it. They're up 1, 18 seconds to go. Charlotte's going to look to foul right away. Why aren't they fouling? Foul! Now they fouling. Wasted a lot of time, though. 12.9 seconds on the clock. And the Heat is headed to the free throw line. Two free throws and a Hornet 3 will get it done. Well, that would be a push, wouldn't it? That would put us right at 228. But a push is better than a loss. All right, here come the free throws with 12.9 seconds to go. Need him to drain both of these. Makes the first one. We're at 224 points. Michael Jordan meme incoming. Here comes the second free throw for the Heat. They've got a 2-point lead, 12.9 seconds to go. Makes it. 3-point lead, 114 to 111. Timeout on the floor. I'm going to go pee. Get up on that wanky. No, get over there. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl, Berg. All right. We need Charlotte to drain a 3 here. We need Charlotte to drain a 3 and send this thing to overtime. If they hit a 3 here, we can't lose. We'll be at 228. and the game will be tied. So if Charlotte makes a 3-pointer here, we win the bet. If they don't, it's game over and we lose. What's the dog's name? Burgle. Charlotte inbounding on their own, or on Miami's end here. So they're going to have a shot here to 3-pointer. 12.9 to go. 3. Drained it! Pay Lou! Pay me! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Come on, man. I can't lose. I'm on an absolute steamer in this bitch. Fuck that gypsy jizzrag bookie. Send me my money, dummy. Let's go. Let's go. Bang. Bang! Let's go. Nothing but net. Tied at 114. So 228 total. We've got over 228, but there's no way it doesn't hit because somebody's going to have to win here. Big bang. Big bang. I like that. The Brewers are still winning. Bottom of the 8th inning. They're up to bat 4-3. So the Blue Jays did score a run in the top of the 8th, but the Brewers are still winning. That's good. Hopefully they can hold on here. And we'll have another pay-lose situation on our hands, which, of course, is ideal. What are we? I'm betting on shit. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh, the Rangers is the other one y'all made me bet on. The Rangers. That one just started. But we hit the Brewers over 3.5 runs for $50. We hit the Hornets Heat over 228 for $50. If the Brewers hang on and win, that's a $100 winner. We've got the Rangers to win and the Phoenix Suns -1.5 in the first half. That's where we're at with the degenerate gambling. Yeah, you called it, Buck Rational. You called it. All right, Heat with the ball. 10 seconds to go. They're going to get the final shot here to try to win it in regulation. Dribble, dribble, dribble for 3. No good. Rebounded by Charlotte, and we're headed to overtime. Lewis sleeping on $100 bills tonight. No, not really. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I took a lot of losses earlier today. So... we're trying to make some of it back here. I'm ready for football season. We got 140 more days. Well, I'm going to do my best to help it go by quick. I'm going to be streaming whatever pointless sporting events are on from now till the time college football season starts to try to help the off season to go by as quickly as possible. I'm doing my part. I'm going to try. Still the bottom of the 8th. Brewers up 4-3. Brewers are batting with a 1-run lead. So the Blue Jays will get one more opportunity in the top of the 9th. Hopefully they don't do anything with it. What are the Rangers doing? That's a great question. The Rangers are winning. That's great. The Rangers are winning 1-0 over the A's. Still early, top of the 2nd inning, so a long way to go in that one, but off to a good start there with the Rangers and an early lead. Can we talk about how wild that 3 was? Oh, yeah. Fading away from the fucking corner. I'm getting hungry. Is the lady on the way home? I wonder. I mean, no chance she'll bring me anything to eat, but I'm gonna ask anyway. The lady's on the way home right now. Yes or no in the comment section. Do y'all think the lady will get me something to eat on the way home if I ask her? Yes or no? Let's find out. Hello?
Hi.
What you doing?
I'm driving home.
Okay. I was just sitting here thinking about you. I miss you.
Oh, well, thank you. I miss you too. Yeah, I'm almost home.
Okay. Can you get me something to eat?
Yeah, so what would you like?
I guess the Crack Shack right there on the corner.
Okay.
I think it's a number 9. I want the two cheeseburger meal.
2 cheeseburger meal. Okay. Large with a Coke?
Large with a Coke. Yeah.
Okay.
You're good people.
Right.
I knew I missed you for a reason.
Yeah. You only miss me when you want something.
Nah, that's not true. That's fake news. That's alternative facts.
I'm just picking on you.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Love you. All right. Love you.
Love you
Bye.
too.
Bang! Let's go. Some late night Crack Shack. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Overtime is underway. I almost said undertime is overway. Undertime is overway? No. Overtime is underway. Hornets and Heat. Hornets score first. 2-point lead for the home team. 4 minutes to go in overtime. This has been a hell of a game, though, hasn't it? Turnaround jumper is good in the Heat. Tie it at 116. 3:40 to go. It's a great winning night for the uncle. Well, it didn't start off that way. We lost 2 or 3 bets in the early baseball games. We lost our first half bet on this basketball game, but we're on a little bit of a heater right now. We've won 3 or 4 in a row now. Charlotte with a big 3-pointer. They're up 3, 3:20 to go in overtime. 119 to 116. Heat with the ball. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Into the lane. Dishes it out to the wing for 3. Air ball. You're fired, bud. You are fired. Air ball on the 3 from the Heat. Charlotte with the ball and a 3-point lead. They're in no hurry here. Long 3 from a different zip code. Clanks off the back of the rim. Miami gets the rebound. Down 3. 2:40 to go. Good pass. Good pass. Off the glass and in. 119 to 118. Hornets with a 1-point lead. They've got the ball with 2:25 to go. Wide open into the lane. Alley-oop and a slam. Wow, good-looking play from Charlotte there. Back to a 3-point lead for the Hornets. Couldn't give a flip about the NBA, but I'm a sucker for quality playoff games in any sport. Yeah, I don't watch regular season NBA games. It's unwatchable, NBA in the regular season. The stars sit out half the games. They don't play defense. It's a 3-point contest. I hate it. But playoff basketball is really good. It reminds me of basketball in the 90s. In the 90s, every single game was played like this. Defense, hard fouls, everybody played, everybody tried. Michael Jordan played for 15 years. 9 of the 15 years, Michael Jordan played all 82 regular season games. Try to find any star player in the NBA now who even plays 60 games. Hard to find. All they want to do is sit out every other game. Miami clanks a fadeaway 2, no good. Charlotte with the ball and a 3-point lead, 1:40 to go. Drive, reverse, off the glass and in. 5-point lead for Charlotte now. Load management should be banned. Yeah, it's bullshit. Armando's Grill and Pizzeria. I've never been there, but I think the lady has. She might have even brought... Oh, we get pizza from Armando's. We've never been there to eat, but the lady picks up pizza from there and brings home sometimes. But I've never been there. Do I watch NASCAR? No. I've never really been into NASCAR. LeBron James is in year 23. Yes, he is. My GOAT, Russell Westbrook, played every game 5 straight seasons until he tore his ACL. Five-point lead for the Hornets. 1:33 to go. I don't eat Italian food. Well, I'll eat it, but I don't ever seek it out. It's way down my list of favorite foods. If I never ate another plate of pasta as long as I lived, it wouldn't bother me at all. A lot of times, if I have to go to an Italian restaurant for whatever reason, I'll order Caesar salad and an appetizer of fried calamari and call it a day. I'm just not big on pasta. Heat for 3. In and out. No good. Charlotte with a rebound. 1:15 to go. Charlotte's got the ball and a 5-point lead. Charlotte. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Under a minute to go now. 5-point lead for the Hornets. Long 3. Air ball. Out of bounds. Good defense from the Heat there. Charlotte couldn't get a decent shot off. The Heat's going to have the ball down 5 with 54 seconds to go. Let's check in on the Brew Crew. Where is the Brew Crew? Brewers, Brewers, Brewers. Where are you, Brewers? Where did the Brewers go? Brewers up 4-3, top of the 9th. Blue Jays are batting, so we're 3 outs away from another Pay-Lou situation there. We need the Brewers to hang on and win and go ahead and get Lou paid on that deal there. That would clearly be ideal. Rangers still up 1-0, bottom of the 2nd, so we're looking good there. What's the bet on the Brewers game? I had 2 bets on the Brewers. Score over 3.5 runs. They already did that. And to win the game. And they're up 4-3 in the 9th inning. Toronto down to their last 3 outs. So we just need them to hang on and win. We need a 3 up, 3 down situation here in the Brewers game. And it doesn't start out that way. First batter walks. So the Blue Jays have a runner on first in the top of the 9th with no outs. Down a run. We need the Brewers just to get 3 outs and pay Lou. I'm fixing to eat this McDonald's like a fucking freed hostage, y'all. I am hungry. We ate dinner super early. We ate dinner we ate dinner at about 4:30 today. 4:30, 4:45. Now, I wasn't complaining when we ate dinner because I was hungry. So I was glad we ate early. But that seems like forever ago now. And Uncle Lou is starving. And the lady's about to come home with this bag from the crack shack. And I'm going to tear into that like a freed hostage. Crazy how it all turned within about 20 minutes. Yeah, it looked like we were fixing to take a massive beating on every single bet we had, and they've almost all turned around. We do need the Brewers to hang on. Can they do it? Top of the 9th inning, Blue Jays down to their last 3 outs. They've got a runner on first. No ball, 1 strike. The count to Schneider, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. How about adding a second strikeout to that there, bud? How about you go ahead and do that for Uncle Lou? Did the basketball game end when I wasn't looking or something? Technical difficulties in the basketball game now. Can't even watch the end of the basketball game because they're having technical difficulties. Yours went out too? Yeah. Amazon Prime is just showing some stupid thing on the screen that says NBA Prime technical difficulties. Glad we watched this whole game so that we can miss the last 30 seconds of overtime. Shout out to Amazon Prime. Yet another reason why they need to just keep sports on regular fucking channels that have been doing sports for decades instead of letting them go to these fucking streaming networks for no goddamn reason, so that you end up having to fucking subscribe to 19 different streaming services just so you can watch a sporting event for no reason. Uh-oh. The Blue Jays hit a double. Runners on second and third for the Blue Jays with no outs in the top of the ninth. Not ideal. Not an ideal situation here in this Brewers game. Could be that we got lucky in hitting this over because it went to overtime, and we're going to get unlucky and get backdoored in this fucking Brewers game. It could be that that's the situation we're about to be looking at here. Runners on second and third for the Blue Jays. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGill up to bat. No, sorry, Okamoto. Some Chinese. 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And they just tied it up. A base hit, 1 run scores. The Blue Jays have tied the Brewers at 4. Runners on first and third, still no outs. The Brewers are blowing it in the 9th inning. Now, the Brewers will get another at-bat because this is the top of the 9th. So the Brewers will get another at-bat in the bottom of the 9th. But it looks like Toronto's not done scoring here. Runners on first and third. They've already scored a run, no outs. The Brewers probably going to be changing pitchers here. No, they're not. They keep him in. First pitch is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. No outs. Top of the 9th, tied at 4. Heat with a fall-away jumper is good. A 3-pointer makes it a 2-point game. We're fixing to see some more fucking fouls here. Back to the free throw parade. I'm sure the Heat down 2 need to foul. Uh-oh. Charlotte turned it over. The Heat for 3 to win it. No good. But he was fouled. Are the Heat shooting 3 free throws here? Wow. Wild 3-point shot. No good. But they called Charlotte with a foul. The Heat now will be shooting 3 free throws with a chance to take the lead. They're down 2, but headed to the free throw line. No balls, 2 strikes now on Jimenez. Still runners on first and third for the Blue Jays. No outs, top of the 9th, tied at 4. We had the Brewers to win, and it looks like they are going to blow it in the 9th. No balls, 2 strikes. We need an out and then a double play. How about a strikeout and then a double play, and then the Brewers score in the bottom of the 9th to win? How about that? No balls, 2 strikes to count. The Heat have made the first 2 free throws. It's a 1-point game. Or made the first free throw. Sorry, 1-point game. Another base hit. Runner scores. Blue Jays 5, Brewers 4. Tied up, 125 apiece in the basketball game. 1 more free throw to go. .7 seconds to go. So Charlotte's going to have a chance, even if the Heat make this last free throw. Charlotte will have a chance to win it. Here's the 3rd free throw that would give the Heat a 1-point lead. He drains it. 126 to 125. Charlotte with a 1-point lead. The Heat's going to be inbounding the ball with 8.7 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor. Blue Jays 5, Brewers 4. Still top of the 9th inning. 1 out, runner on second. No balls, 2 strikes on Hennerman, the batter. We need the Brewers to get out of this inning and then win it in the bottom of the 9th. How about that? That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. It most definitely would. Yeah, I don't know about that foul call, y'all. That's a touchy foul to call with the game on the line there that sent the Heat to the free throw line to shoot 3. That was a touchy call there. Ticky-tack. There you go. Ticky-tack call. That's right, Kevin. All right. The Hornets. Here's their last chance. They're down a point. 8.7 seconds to go. They're inbounding the ball on their side of the court here. So they'll have an opportunity at a game-winning shot here. They get it inbounded. Off the glass and in. 4.7. Here come the Heat. 3, 2, 1. No good. Charlotte wins. What a fucking ending, y'all. What an unbelievable game. I know a lot of y'all don't care about the NBA, and truth be told, I don't care that much about it either. But if you're a sports fan, holy shit, what a fucking game. What a game. If you're not watching, the Hornets tied it up, or took the lead with like 4 seconds to go on a layup. The Heat inbounded the ball quick. Got all the way down the floor for a kind of circus layup, and it went off the backboard, no good. And the Hornets win in overtime, 127 to 126. Unbelievable ending. Unbelievable ending. Good for Charlotte. They've been doo-doo forever. Paylou and bonus points for the game. The Blue Jays scored again, 6-4. The Blue Jays scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th to take the lead over the Brewers. This is not good. The Brewers are now coming to bat in the bottom of the 9th, down 2, and we had the Brewers to win. So we hit our bet on the Hornets game, but it looks like we're going to turn around and lose the bet on the Brewers game. Shit. What are the Rangers up to? The Rangers are still winning 1-0. That's good news. And I think I just heard the lady come in too, which is obviously great news. I'll be right back. The lady came through like an absolute champ with the Crack Shack order. And I, for one, Couldn't be happier about it. Now, what are the Brewers doing besides costing me money here? All right, they're up bottom of the ninth. No outs. They're down 2, though. We need. Oh, shit. Thank you. Come on, Brewers. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nothing like some late night crack shack. Nothing like some late night crack shack. I like. Oh, I don't think so, Berg. I don't think so, bud. I could go for about 4 Chick-fil-A's right now. Or filet. Oh, filet of fish.
Oh, gross.
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
I don't think they have those anymore.
Filet of fish? Yeah, they do.
I think they only bring them back like.
No, they got filet of fish. Yeah, they got filet of fish.
Go.
The Suns are out to a 7-point lead early in their game against the Trailblazers. 14-7. 8:20 to go in the first quarter. The Brewers have screwed me. Uh-oh. Leadoff double for the Brewers. A leadoff double for the Brewers. Man on second. Bottom of the ninth. They're down 2. Can they come back and win it? Come on, Brew Crew.
Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew. Let's go.
The Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew. See how the lady got a little candy striper uniform on there? Little nursing outfit there. See, look at it. Yeah. Damn. Trailblazers have scored 6 straight points. 14-13. Just a 1-point lead for the Suns now. Still early. 7:20 to go first quarter. The Rangers are fucking around too. They're up 1-0, but it's the bottom of the third. The A's are up. Bases loaded for the A's with 2 outs. We need a third out here bad. One out now for the Brewers, bottom of the ninth. Runner on third. They're down 2. We're going to need some more hits from the Brewers in that one, or we're going to be washed.
Does baseball not come on TV anymore?
Not really. There was a game on earlier, but most of them don't come on. Well. Suns with a couple of buckets back up to a 5-point lead, 18-13. Trailblazers just hit another 3, though. Boy, Portland just won't go away. 18-16, coming up on 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. And the A's with a base hit. Fuck. 2 runs score. A's take a 2-1 lead over the Rangers. In the bottom of the third. Still 2 outs. Runners on first and second now. Blazers with a chance to tie it up here or take the lead. 18-16. Into the lane. Rejected. Turnover. Suns with the ball up 2. Dish it down low into the paint. Spin around hook is good. Back to a 4-point lead for the Suns, 20-16. Still plenty of time in that Rangers game. I ain't worried about that. Brewers have scored. The Brewers have scored. I repeat, the Brewers have scored. It's now 6-5. Still just one out. Runner on first. Bottom of the ninth. We need the Brewers to come back and win this thing. Shouldn't be too hard for the Brew Crew, right?
Let's hope.
Runner steals second. So the tying run is in scoring position for the Brewers. 6-5. They're down a run. Bottom of the ninth. Hexus, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, hey, Lou, been good. Yeah, I've been great, man. I hope you're doing good, too. Doing whatever I can to pass the time here in the off season. They got me down bad with the streaming the NBA playoffs and that, but hell, that first game was a hell of a game. Maybe we'll get another good one here. 3-point lead for the Suns, and they've got the ball. 20-17, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Long jumper. Good for two. 22-17, 5-point lead for the good guys now. I've been watching you for 10 years.
Wow.
Huge Georgia fan now. You're reacting to a Blazers game. Oh, you're from Oregon. Yeah, man. Shout out to Oregon and the Blazers. But I did take the Suns first half. Now, the Blazers can win the game. I'd be happy for you if they did. As long as the Suns can be winning by 2 at halftime is all I want. Suns just scored again, 24-17. Back to a 7-point lead for Phoenix. All right, let's check in with the Brewers here. Bottom of the ninth, one out, runner on second. That's the tying run. They're down 6-5. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanchez at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a home run. A home run here would win the game and pay Lou. Come on, Brewers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fuck, struck him out. Struck him out. Brewers down to their last out now. Tying run on second. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. They're down 6-5. 5-point lead for the Suns now. 24-19, just under 4 minutes to go. Jumper. No good. Suns get the rebound, though. Back into the lane, off the glass. No good again. Portland with the ball now down 5. Alley-oop, no good. Blazers get the rebound, shoot up a 3, no good. And the Suns come down with it that time. Brewers might be dog shit, y'all. 1 ball, no strike. Brewers down to their last out in the bottom of the ninth, 6-5. Tying run on second. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Bauer's up to bat. He hit him? He either walked him or hit him. One of the two. I can't tell. But he's on first base now. Runners on first and second now for the Brewers. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. They're down a run. Commercial break in the basketball game. We just need a base hit. We need a base hit to score that tying run. Come on, Brewers. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. Lockridge at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Come on, we just need a base hit to tie this game. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Brewers down a run. Tying run at second. Go ahead and run it first. We need a base hit here. We need a base hit here. And that's a strike. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. 1-run game. Come on, Brewers. Come on, Lockridge. You don't be a woozy. Don't be a woozy. Come on. Strike 2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. 1-run game. Runners on first and second. Here we go. Game on the line for the Brew Crew. We just need a hit. We just need a hit. Come on, man. Don't be a woozy. Don't be a woozy. Sure is taking a long time. What does that mean? Come on. Did I drop one, Berg?
Yep, you did.
You scoop it up, bud? What's the hold up here? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, runners on first and second. Lockridge up to bat. Where are we at here? Oh, foul ball. Okay. Still 3-2. Still 3-2. He fouled it off. Come on, man. Base hit ties the game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Bang!
Oh my god.
A double! Let's go. Lockridge doubled. Tying run scores. We now have runners on second and third. Let's go. Let's go. At the very least, we're headed to extra innings here, or the Brewers can just go ahead and win it now for the Payloo movement. Come on, man. Absolute steamer. One absolute steamer here. The Suns are up 7, 26-19. We have the Suns minus 1.5 in the first half. So far, so good. Let's go. Let's go. Still the bottom of the ninth, still 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitchell, your batter. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Ball 2. 2-1. Come on, Brewers. Win it right now with a base hit. How about a little seeing eye single right up the middle? How about that? Two and 1. Ball 3. 3-1. Come on, man. Come on, Brewers. What are we doing here? 1 more run. Let's go. End it right now. We don't need extra innings. End it right now. That'll be just fine. 3-1, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, all tied at 6. Runners on second and third. Strike looking. Full count again. Another full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Portland shooting free throws here. Made the first one. 27-20. The Suns with a 7-point lead. Come on, Mitchell. Base hit wins the game. Let's go.
Oh.
Come on. Come on. Full count. Walked him. Bases loaded. The bases are drunk now. The bases are juiced up. Bottom of the ninth, tied at 6. 2 outs, bases loaded. Ortiz up to the plate. Phoenix misses a 3. They're up 6 with 1:57 to go in the first quarter. That was good. And now I'll feel like shit tomorrow for eating that McDonald's, but for right now, that was good. And I'll just deal with the consequences of my slob behavior tomorrow. Bases loaded, tied at 6. Are they changing pitchers or something? What's the hold up here? It must be changing pitchers or something. Hey Lou, you should make that a shirt. I do need to get you're right about that. I do need a Pay Lou shirt. 3-point lead now for the Suns. Into the lane, up and in. Back to a 5-point game. 31-26, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Thank you, Daniel, for the super chat. I appreciate that, buddy. The Blue Jays must be changing pitchers because this is taking a while here after that last walk. So they must be, yeah, they did change pitchers. Rangers are still losing 2-1. We need them to fix that problem quick, fast, and in a hurry. Need them to fix that problem quick, fast, and in a hurry. First pitch, strike. Second pitch, strike. No balls, 2 strikes on Ortiz. He's 0 for 3 today. Bases loaded with 2 outs, all tied at 6. A base hit wins the game. An out sends us to extra innings. The Blazers have cut it back to 2. 33-31 is your score after the first quarter. 33-31. And strike 3, and that ends the inning. But not before the Brew Crew ties it up at 6. We are headed to extra innings. Blue Jays will be up to bat in the top of the 10th. You guys know how this extra inning shit works in baseball now, don't you? They put a runner on second to start the inning, so you have a very good chance of scoring in extra innings because you start out with a runner on second. So we'll see. We'll see. The Blue Jays will be up to bat first. No matter what happens, the Brewers will get a chance to bat in the bottom of the 10th, even if the Blue Jays score. So we'll see how it goes. We got to sweat another inning here. Pay Lou on the Suns. Do we have the first quarter? I think we had the first half. Not the first quarter. Yeah, we had first half minus 1.5. That was the end of the first quarter there. We've got first half minus 1.5. Come on, Brewers. We need 3 up, 3 down at the top of the 10th here. Let me throw my McDonald's away. I'll be right back. Virgo! Put it on your blankie. Hey, get it over there. All right. Top of the 10th inning. Tied at 6. The Blue Jays and the Brewers. The Blue Jays will be up to bat first. And like I said, they will start with a runner on second. Heat versus Hornets was a hell of a game. Yeah, it was. Great game. We had Waffle House for dinner. Boy, you can't go wrong with there. You can't go wrong with Waffle House. We're having breakfast for dinner tomorrow night. We're not going out. We're having it here. Bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy, grits. Hey, Lou, I'm just curious on if Texas A&M and Bama would have played each other last college football season. In your opinion, who do you think would have won that one? Probably A&M. They do play this year, though. Lou loves his animals more than the lady. That's not true. I mean, I love my animals, yeah. You're getting a little carried away there. That's cap. What you just did there is called cap. See, you're capping. There. It means you're exaggerating. You know, lying almost. Yeah. All right, top of the 10th underway. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Vladimir Guerrero at the plate. Might as well walk him. You might as well just walk him and put him on first. I wouldn't give him anything good to hit. Portland has taken the lead 34-33 early in the second quarter. Top of the 10th, Blue Jays and Brewers tied at 6. 1 out. Runner on second. Vlad Guerrero up to bat. He's 1 for 4 today. Portland extends their lead. They're now up 3. First lead of the game for them that I've seen. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Suns need to get it together here. Yeah, they did walk Vladimir Guerrero. So still 1 out. Now runners on first and second. We need a double play to end the inning. Suns drive, and the runner is good. Back to a 1-point game. Portland 36, Phoenix 35. 10:40 to go in the first half. Come on, man. Long 3 for Portland. Drains it, too. 4-point lead now for Portland. Come on, Phoenix. What are y'all doing? What is Phoenix doing with this bullshit? Into the lane. Changes his mind. Dribbles it back out. Now back in. Way high up off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Portland. 39-35. Blazers with the ball in a 4-point lead. No balls, 1 strike. But the Blue Jays have scored. I missed how it happened, but the Blue Jays have scored at 7-6. Not good. Not good. The Brewers will get a chance to tie it at the bottom of the 10th, but not good here. Got me sweating this damn Brewers game for no reason. And sweating. If you're sweating a Major League Baseball game in April, you're in bad shape. Oh my God! A double, scored 2 more runs. Blue Jays up 9-6 now. Still just 1 out. Holy shit! The Brewers are blowing it, y'all. The Brewers are blowing it. Speaking of blowing it, the Suns are losing by 6, 41-35. Jumper. Short. Rebounded by Portland. Chance to run it up here. Alley-oop. Slam. Good. 7-point lead. 8-point lead. Oh, no. Sorry. Wrong team. That was the Look at that. Bang. Do I even have the right game on? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. 8-point lead. I had to make sure I had the right score on the screen. 8-point lead for the Blazers. That's not good. Yeah, Lou down bad. We went from losing everything to winning everything to now losing again. Rangers still losing 2-1 on the road at the A's. That's another one where we're taking a beating. We've got the Rangers to win that game, and they are down a run headed to the 5th inning. Brewers are in a bad way. Going to give up 3 runs in the 10th inning. They're in a bad way. Yeah. Sweating over Major League Baseball games in April is absolute insanity. I couldn't agree with you more. There's no excuse for it. No excuse at all. I'm not even trying to make an excuse. I'm admitting it's terrible. Brewers got the 3rd out, but the damage is done. Blue Jays 9, Brewers 6. Brewers coming to bat here in the bottom of the 10th. And they're going to need 3 runs just to tie it up and keep the game going. 4 runs would win it. We're in a bad way. We're in a bad way, y'all. At least your belly is full. Yeah, even that's going to be a problem tomorrow. That McDonald's makes me feel like shit. I can't eat that. I used to eat McDonald's no problem. Every time if I eat any fast food now, it makes me feel like shit for like 2 days. See, you got some Mickey D's. Yeah, the lady brought some Mickey D's home. It's my fault I asked her to because I'm an idiot. Rangers up to bat in the top of the 5th. Leadoff man gets on, so they've got a runner on first. No outs. Top of the 5th, they're down 2-1 to the A's. And we need Texas to win that one. Bottom of the 10th underway here. 9-6, Blue Jays with the lead. The Brewers would need 3 runs to tie it and send it to the 11th inning or 4 runs to win it. Just like the Blue Jays, they're going to start with a runner on second. Why did this game just turn off on Prime? It just kicked me out of Prime. Now I can't even watch the basketball game. It kicked me out. What the hell? Prime Video. Yeah, turn that back on, you 5-star dummy. I'm sitting there watching the basketball game and it just went, the TV went back to the home screen. What the hell going on with that? We'll fix that right now. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, too. Yeah, who's watching? I'm watching, dummy. Who do you think's watching? Is there anybody else in here? Burgle's not even in here. Yes, watch main broadcast. Yes, thank you. Also in 2. All right. 43-37, 6-point lead for Portland. 9:03 to go in the first half. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rengifo for the Brewers. No outs. Bottom of the 10th, they're down 3 with a runner on second. Portland misses a free throw, but the Suns missed a free throw, but grabbed a rebound and then drained a 3. Okay, let's go. 3. Oh, that was a 2? Thought it was a 3. Still a 4-point lead for Portland. 1 out now for the Brewers in the 1 out now for the Brewers, bottom of the 10th. The runner did advance to third. Portland drains a 3. Back to a 7-point lead for the Trailblazers. 1 ball, no strikes. Frelick up to bat for the Brewers. He's 1 for 3. Couple of RBIs. Another RBI right now would be great. Suns in the lane, puts up an absolute shitburger of a shot. No good. Still a 7-point lead for Portland, and they've got the ball. Kicks it out to the wing. Dribbles down to the baseline. Up for a jumper. Drains it. 9-point lead for Portland. Whoever, y'all in the comments section with the Pick the Suns speech are about retarded, and I'm retarded for listening to you. 2 outs now. Brewers down to their last out. 9-6. Portland with another 3. That one's no good, but they get the rebound. Into the lane. Hook shot is good. Back to a 9-point lead. 7 minutes to go in the first half. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brewers down to their last out in the bottom of the 10th. They're down 9-6. The Suns with the ball down 9, and they just damn near turned it over. They did turn it over. Absolute dog shit here from the Suns in the second quarter. Played good in the first quarter. Hadn't showed up at all in the second quarter. Portland's putting it on them here. Portland with the ball in a 9-point lead. Just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. And they make another one. 11-point lead for Portland. They are red hot here in the second quarter, Portland is. Phoenix with the ball. And they lose it again. Another turnover. Phoenix is dead to me. They're complete fucking dog shit. Fuck the whole state of Arizona. Fuck the I'm gonna go on my whole fuck the Grand Canyon speech again here in a minute. Well, the Brewers scored on a base hit. 9-7. They still have some hope. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. They've scored 1 run to cut it to 9-7, but it's the bottom of the 10th inning. They either got to tie it up or they lose. Looks like Sanchez coming up to bat now. He's 1 for 4 with a homer and an RBI. Now would be a great time for another one. A home run would win the game right now. I really think Phoenix might be the worst team on the planet. Whichever one y'all told me to bet Phoenix, y'all must know less about basketball than I do. Is that an offensive foul on Portland? Yeah, offensive foul that time on Portland, so Phoenix will get the ball back, but I think there's a timeout on the court here. Nope, here we go. Phoenix with the ball down 11. They're in a bad way. 5:45 to go in the first half. They need to go on a run here. I don't think they have it in them, to be honest. I think they're actual dog shit. Fadeaway jumper off the glass, no good. Put back, no good. Portland with the rebound. 1 ball, no strikes on Sanchez. Brewers down to their last out. 9-7, bottom of the 10th. They're down 2. Runners on first and second. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Now there's a timeout on the floor. 55-4, a 14-point lead. This game was tied at the end of the first quarter. Portland is putting it on them here in the second quarter. Running away with it. Still 1 ball, 1 strike. There's ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now on Sanchez. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. They're down 2. Runners on first and second. This guy's going to swing for the fence and win. Well, I hope you're right. Oh, there's strike 2, foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brewers down to their last strike now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. They're down to bottom of the 10th. Foul ball. Still 2-2. Commercial break on the basketball game. Come on, Sanchez. Base hit. Base hit. Come on, man. What are you doing? That's it. It's over. The Blue Jays beat the Brewers 9-7 in extra innings. Lost that one. This has been weird. We lost the first 2, won the second 2. Now we're losing 2. I damn yo-yo with this betting. Up, down, up, down, up, down. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. The Phoenix bet's not going to hit either. They're down 14. Had a good time hanging out with y'all, though. I think there might be playoff games on again on Thursday. So maybe we'll do it again on Thursday. But salute to everybody for tuning in. I had a good time. I hope y'all did too. I'll have a video uploaded tomorrow, a college football video. Make sure you check it out. What else? What else? Anything else of note? I hope y'all have a great week. And I'll see you again on Thursday. Have a good morning.